All right, now we're live. Now we're live. Hello, guys.
Oh.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
God damn it. Okay. Cleric, you can move. It's all right.
No, I'm good to My brain went completely blank. I was gonna do this whole bit where I was like, I'm here to interview for the mini painting stream. My qualifications are none. I've only painted once before, and I have never touched. My sister stole all the painting and all the artistic abilities from me in the womb, so I have none, and that's why I think I'm gonna be great for this stream.
You know what? You're hired. I think you'll make a great addition to our team.
Fantastic. What are the? I can't even.
Yeah, I was just thinking, how long
What
can
are the
you
benefits?
participate? Anyways, hello everybody. Welcome to our chat where we're just gonna hang out and talk about D&D, and we're gonna paint some minis. I'm going to be painting Feral from Beyond the Realms, which was gifted to me for my birthday as well as Christmas by the lovely Obsidian Olive of this show as a mimic. John, what you painting?
I am going to be painting a Deadpool bust for one of my friends, but not that Deadpool for copyright
For
reasons.
copyright. It's Pool Dead.
No,
It's Pool Dead. Yeah.
it's cold jacuzzi.
Cleric, what are you going to be painting today?
I'm going to be painting this lovely Dwarven Cleric. She is probably a Forge Cleric, and we're going to see how horribly I can make her into like a thing creature.
A thing creature. Nice. Nemo, what are you painting?
Ah, I just dropped her.
That was so fast. Wow.
Well, that was fast.
We're starting off on a high note. What are you painting, Nemo?
To include wings here, I am going to be painting Magic the Gathering's Asperia.
Ooh.
Excuse me, she's got a title, and I don't remember off the top of my head what it is, but her name's Asperia.
Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, so we're gonna just hang out. We're gonna talk about D&D and painting minis, and we're gonna watch Cleric do his first stream. It'll be a great time. It'll be a great time.
I can't. We're playing the game of how long can clerics stay on stream before Ivy kicks him out.
What? I would never. What makes you say that?
I think we're gonna go for an hour.
An hour?
I think that's gonna
You
be
think it'll last that long?
Jonathan!
And it begins. And it begins.
Yeah, I didn't think we were gonna. I would have already lost the bet. I didn't think we were gonna make it out of the title
wow.
screen.
Hi, Saf. Welcome to mini painting. We've started off on a high note already. This is going to be quite the stream. I can already tell. Hi, Uzer. welcome, welcome. We're just going to hang out. We're going to paint minis. So for reference, Cleric, you said you have no experience painting any minis at all. Correct. Okay, great. Nemo, how long have you been painting minis for?
All in all, with playing around for probably about 2 years now, but more seriously, about 6 months.
Ooh, I will come back to that. John, how about you? How long have you been painting minis for? Because it's been a while for you, right?
I don't measure it by time. I just know it by the sound it makes when it kills someone.
John. Ron, chat. Ron.
No, I've probably been. Yeah. I've probably been
no,
painting for like 10 years off
thing.
and on again.
Okay.
Wrong thing. Shit.
The chat has asked if Cleric is in a suit. Yes, he is in a suit.
Yeah, I'm 100% in. I wanted to make a good impression on my first stream, and that way, in any future streams that I might be invited to, I can just go downhill. Because the first one was like, I was in a suit.
So we're starting a high note with Cleric in a suit. So Nemo, you said you got more serious about painting minis because...
So I actually started out with getting into painting with Warhammer minis when my husband wanted me to get into it a couple years ago, and I painted my first army, which was the Nurgle Death Guard. And I forgot Grandfather Nurgle for a second. I am so horrible. You can tell I'm a devout worshiper.
Devout, entirely.
But yeah, I started painting again about 6 to 8 months ago and got into painting D&D minis, and decided to start trying to sell them, and now I'm doing it regularly.
And your store is great, and we love to support.
And yeah, I got my cards in today, so I get to rebrand
Ooh.
everything.
Ooh.
And hopefully that'll be up this next week with its new name.
And what are we naming it?
It will now be known as Tiny Mimic Adventures.
On Etsy.
Yes.
What is it called now?
It's Nemo's Magnets and Minis.
See, I like the new name much better. Also, I totally did not just drop Feral. None of you saw it, so you can't prove it.
You know,
If you
y'all are
don't-
dropping a lot of things.
See, here's the thing,
Hey,
though.
John.
We're
That's
gonna
not
drop.
instill a lot of faith in me.
Hey,
right?
John, I need you to not at me like this.
John, I'm gonna put this into the stream. You're gonna drop that bus. 10 out of 10 breaks. Boom, easy.
No.
I don't think it'll break, but I might break.
Also, yes, it is a pool dead because
you
copyright.
will certainly see something break. Pool dead, yeah.
It's a pool dead because copyright. It is
pool dead.
definitely not the other for copyright.
Yeah, we couldn't afford that.
We can't afford that. Sorry. I'm just saying, if I mess up Feral, I'm gonna feel really bad.
Canonically, now Farrell will have a mess up on her, like on every future art. We have to make a canonical reason for it. Like if you mess up her hand, like her hand is purple and one hand is purple, one hand is blue. Suddenly she got frostbite on one hand.
Okay, look, she already hates the cold, so like, let's not do that. Plus, how am I supposed to explain that to Ben? Be like, hey Ben, I'm sorry, but Feral suddenly has frostbite.
She contracted it off screen.
Off screen, right. I would like to see me try to explain that to Dice. Like, hey Dice, like I know that this has never happened once in the session, but we are now saying that Feral has frostbite.
I can see him going with it though.
I know this is your D&D, but you don't have a choice.
I know this is literally your game, and we just play in it every week, but like, it's fine.
I'm just gonna need you to fix this.
I'm just gonna need you to fix this. I don't think fixing is what Kevin does.
That's what the entire chat said. It was like when Feed died, it was like, fix this. We're not leaving.
Just say chill touch gone wrong. I could say that. You're right, I could. Wait, does Fiend have chill touch? I'm gonna blame Fiend.
I do not have chill touch. You cannot blame Fiend.
I can blame him anyways.
That's why I consistently pick up and drop spells, so nobody knows what I have anymore.
I was gonna say, I know a couple that you don't have anymore for reasons of Kevin, such as Banish.
That is true.
Are you gonna get rid of Disintegrate now?
Yeah, we don't
Fiend
talk about Banish.
Disintegrated?
No. I'm just gonna show Kevin that things shouldn't come back from that.
Oh.
Dead things are supposed to stay dead.
Wow. You know what? You can now use the audio. God has let me live another day, and I'm about to show everyone why it's now everyone else's problem. That's Fiend. That's now
Yeah.
Fiend
Yes.
Not to make it everyone's problem.
That's Fiend's now.
He really disintegrated me. I've never felt
I
more
did.
disrespected in my life.
I honestly just kind of sat there in silence when that happened for a good couple minutes, and I was, because Ivy warned me that I would be surprised, and I was like, well, Fiend has made me like cry over like painting my minis before, like it's been intense, but that like he said that, and I just kind of sat there for a minute, and I was like, what am I supposed to do with this information?
Seth says, LOL, Fiend literally had someone spit in his face.
That's true. That's
Probably.
true. Kevin has made me speechless on numerous occasions because just like the gall, he's
The
had in
goddamn
situations.
audacity of Kevin as our DM.
Goddamn audacity.
Fantastic DM though, but also.
No such.
Hey Cleric.
No such things as mistakes. Just happy little
Hey
accidents.
Cleric, you've been DMing some fun games recently.
I have. Because for me, when it comes to like D&D and like dungeon, like and just table RPGs in general, I don't like to do. Like don't get me wrong, I love high fantasy. I think high fantasy is great. I love playing in high fantasy, but
Right.
when it comes to DMing, I don't like DMing high fantasy if I can choose not to. especially if I have like the right people to do it. Like I think doing some like interesting, weird things with like in doing interesting and weird things with Dungeons and Dragons, I think is fun. Like right now, I'm doing based off like Dimensions 20's like Fantasy High. I'm doing a campaign like that with some of my players, and that's been a wild ride to say the least.
They got matching cowboy hats.
Yes, I gave them. They went to Dulles at the mall that they helped trash. By the way, like they literally went in there. One of them kicked an old lady while they were trashing it.
As you do.
Yeah, as traditionally you do. And then they went back to the mall, went to Dulles that one of the players' cousins runs, and that guy hooked them up. Like he got matching cowboy hats. They got all their stuff. They got boots. They got boots.
They got boots.
They get spurs.
Yeah, and while all this is happening, one of the players had turned half werewolf and eaten a man. So that's like the contrast that's going through is just like, wow, we're at the mall shopping adventure. This man is at his lowest point in life. He's lost his god. He's now like a werewolf. He has no class. It's just an adventure at that point. And so it's just these wild. So it's one of those things where it's just like, let's do high school adventures, but then make it trauma?
Because, as if high school's not traumatizing enough.
Just going to say that.
Okay, see, look, we're on the same wavelength.
Not high school so hard.
Oh my god. How long have you been DMing for, Cleric?
Me, I think it's been 7 years. I think I've DM'd more than I've played.
I think that's correct. For most people, just at least in like especially like the D&D like TikTok space, I think most of us are like large majority forever DMs that have recently started playing again, like as players. Because let's see, John, are you normally a player or a DM?
I am normally a player.
Okay. Let's say but you have DM in the past, correct?
Correct.
Very nice. I know Nemo is both. As like playing Out of the Abyss with them, which is interesting. With her lovely partner as our DM, and our horrible jokes, which is fun. Let's see here. What's it like to be a player? Says Do Good. Well, I was about to say I've just recently actually become a player, since Dice's actually, because normally I'm a forever DM anyways. So it was weird getting to be a player and having to relearn like how to do all of that, because I started off as a DM anyways. My first party that I ever DM'd was a group of 12 guys, that had never played D&D before, except for like one of them. They were great. But yeah, so I started off with a party of 12, which is now split into 2 different groups. I actually run 3 games. The one I stream here, I've used 12 disciples. That's funny. Actually, a lot of them have gone on to be DMs themselves, which makes me really happy. I'm trying to see here. But, so I don't know, it's weird being a player after that, because normally I DM, like I still DM 3 home games, the one I stream here, and then 2 actual games that have been on hold for reasons. Yeah, actually, I play, and I've run 3. I play in Corsos on Lark Network, Dice Cream Sandwiches every Monday. Then Ben's. So okay, I'm in 4. Hi Baxter and Andrew, welcome. I don't have clones.
I mean,
okay, look.
Lying.
I am not. But no. So
Everything I didn't pull black out. Oh, there it is.
I was about to say, of all the colors, you didn't get black.
That's
For,
usually-
for Cool Dead, you know?
Yeah.
This was supposed to be blue.
This is the struggle of painting minis.
Alright.
I thought I was the only one, like you guys have been sounding pretty good, and then there's me. I'm like 10 minutes into this non-metallic metal, and I'm like, I'm done.
I'm done. No, I'm in 2 games that are not streamed, and then 2 streamed games, and then I DM 3. So I am in 4. Luckily they rotate out, so it's like the only game I play every week is normally Dice Creams, which is nice. I love the Beyond the Realms cast. Best coworkers in the world.
Those people.
John, best coworkers in the world. Shut up. I feel like if we actually worked in the same office space, that would be wild. I feel like no actual work would get done.
Not even a little.
Not even a little. You and Saf would be too busy arguing all the time.
All the time.
Love you, Saf. The guy who plays Fiend is a little weird, though, as says Saf. Just a little, but we love him anyways. I feel like Ben's not here, so we could mention Tarek, and he couldn't defend himself.
Honorable mention.
Honorable mention. Tarek, as played by Ben. Oh God, he's a good character, though, I will say. I will say though, some of like the best games have come out of everyone being quarantined. I know it's been awful, but some of the best things have come out of it for D&D wise.
I think it's because like people have been forced to because you've been trapped. It's like all you can do now is think. So now you're thinking like, okay, what interesting character can I make? What interesting world can I do? And like a lot of people, since they're at home, they have a setup that they can do online with. So they're going to be like, so most of them, they can do these wild and crazy things that usually they couldn't do even traditionally in front when they're all together. This is all caked up. I cannot get in this.
Oh boy.
Okay, I'm talking about the paint.
When I'm doing detail work, you don't make me laugh, Claire.
Wow, Don, you saying that I'm not funny?
Wow.
You saying that I'm funny?
Oh my God.
I'm calling it
Don't
comedy.
make me laugh, not you don't make me laugh.
Oh my God.
I'm trying to. Oh, so I want to let you guys know. As soon as I told my my roommates that I was going to be on the stream, they're like, "Wow, that's really cool." And then suddenly they were like, "Hey, you guys want to watch the entire Kung Fu Panda trilogy?" And I'm like, "Really? Without me?" You chose I'm emotionally devastated.
Wow. Well, I'm so glad that you decided to come on stream anyways, because you could have lied and told me you were busy.
I mean, I can still be. I can just suddenly be like, "Oh no, my mom is flying, and I have to get her down."
My mom is flying. And
I
have to
definitely
get
thought
it
you were going to
down.
go with rhymes with flying for that one.
I just like my mom's randomly flying. I have to get her down.
I can't. The blue is done. I can't get this blue out.
I gotta go water my dog, Cleric.
But
I gotta go drown the ocean.
I gotta go drown in the ocean. Oh, look, there's Ben. Speaking of Tarek, there's Ben. See, I'm telling you, we just have to say Ben's name like 3 times and he shows up.
Yep.
Hey, Ivy, can you ban someone from chat out of the gaming Benjamin real quick? I'd be really appreciative. If you could do that.
Oh, yeah. Do you have a reason for that?
He's a little weird.
Ben said he joined. The first thing I hear is Ivy saying, "I gotta go water my dog."
With HR manager, I wouldn't be surprised though.
You are right. You are correct.
I can't get any of the blues to open.
Did you not open your paints before stream?
We were
Okay. All right. Got you. No, that's okay. I don't need you to answer now. That's okay.
professional.
Yeah.
All right, we're going. I guess they're now a nature cleric.
Okay. Hey, Ben. I will ban you from this chat. Look, you and
Oh yeah, can we talk about that? So everybody.
No. No, we can't. No, we cannot. Because-
Save us, Ben. Ivy said we can't take bathroom breaks.
Yeah, guys. Honestly, this is not really gonna be a great stream. Ivy said that if I remotely try to get up, that she'll permanently throat chop me. So
There's a man on Cleric's fire escape right now making sure he can't leave.
So,
Fuck!
let's support the stream. Okay.
No!
Hit that follow button, hit that like and that share, so I can see my roommates and my family and my dog again.
Not the dog.
Oh my god.
Guys, I think we're only like 15 minutes in, and I have reached a point. I have done one small piece of this, and I think I've reached the point where I need to switch minis.
Hey, you can switch minis, that's fine.
I'm gonna do that. I can't. Oh,
You know, it's funny you were saying that. I'm painting around Cool Dead's eyes right now, and I'm just like, I fucking hate you. I fucking hate you.
Yeah, Ben.
Ben, I'm
that's
gonna
from,
need you to not comment, and give him more fuel for the fire.
Ben, that's from years of, you know.
I was about to say, where are you
years
really going
of
with that?
religious trauma, you know. That's like I just had to dig deep right there, and we could just pull that out.
Wow.
I was a current. So am I kicked out yet, Ivy? I just want to make sure that I'm still on the loop.
You ever get that blue open yet, Cleric?
No, I switched to green. We switched to...
Gotta stop talking to him.
I gotta stop talking.
I'm over here finding new colors for this. We're switching to Bone Golem for me because
Ooh.
I've only done non-metallic metal once, and I had like a full tutorial going for that one, and I got the shadowing and like the highlights in, and after staring at this poor thing's butt for the past 15 minutes, I can't do it.
You're like,
I
I'm
can't.
done. I can't do it.
I love her. I will do her later.
I'm just trying
Not
to get
now.
Feral painted correctly here. Also, I
This
realized
is why I listen to the Beatles when I paint, because they typically are not very funny, and I don't laugh and mess up my painting.
you're like, this is why I stopped doing those lives.
Yeah.
Also, I realized, Cleric, I faulted you for, I made a joke about, oh, you didn't get the right paints, and realized Feral's shirt is white, and I did not grab white. So I would like to apologize.
Now.
Okay, I would like to
Jokes on
apologize
who's
on...
now.
Okay, I would like to apologize. I said I apologize. Now, shush.
I need a Twitter apology.
When did I get white on this mini?
We need an
Primed in
apology
black.
letter in triplicate.
I'm sorry. See, okay, Dugan, you say I'm not prepared, but I was also trying to deal with this all, minus Nemo.
I'm just saying. This all. You could just say it.
There's
Okay.
only you say this all minus Nemo. That only leaves 2 other people.
And
So I
clearly,
really-
it's not me.
Take that as you will.
And-
I like how John's like, clearly.
Come on, let's not act like you're not a problem child. Let's not sit here in front.
Wow, you guys. Wow.
See, even Saf says I am angel child. Even though no one in my life has believed that, but I appreciate you.
We appreciate
What a
it so much.
saf no.
Oh, whoa!
She's not on stream to
whoa.
yell at me, and I don't have to look at her comments.
If I had seen it,
Wow.
doesn't exist.
Wow. She's going to remember this for Monday. I just would like that noted. You're supposed to come back from the
I
dead
want
on
to
Monday.
fight.
You're supposed to come
I
back.
already did
and tell
come
us-
back from the dead.
Yeah,
Thank you very
but
much.
you haven't come back to us. Like, that's going to be interesting.
I think Fiend's gonna take a page from everybody else's book and just run.
No! No! I will cry. Do you want...
Don't
do
make-
you,
Like, see it.
where's,
I
is-
just
is
got-
Ben still
I
in
got
the
my
chat?
own spell flung at me. I am out.
You are correct, Dugan. That would be the new stream for tonight. Is I just get I just get Saf in this, and then we just move, add him on. He's John, of course. He wants to fight. Thank you, Skiggle Girl Productions. Thanks, Abby.
What a slowly to the stream. Ivy just replaces all of different people.
I just love it. Just
You just have one by one, and slowly it's a completely different cast.
it's like, wait, what are you talking about? It never changed.
This has been the cast in the beginning.
What are you guys talking about?
Thank you.
Just keep the same names.
All right, WandaVision.
Oh, no spoilers.
I'm not.
You are right though. But I was going to say that I don't think Tarek or Toon would let Fiend run at the moment. Just saying.
There are hugs to be had.
Also, I could pull a. Is Ben still in the chat? Because if he is, like, he's gonna hate this joke, but he also can't yell because he's not here. Shut up. You got Saf to mess with. I've got Ben.
It's power.
It's
power.
It's power. Hi Ben. I was just gonna.
Staff, just remember that.
I was just gonna make
she's letting me. She's encouraging me to mess with you.
I am not. When would I ever? I was just gonna make a joke of like, Ramir could pull a "Don't run without me," like without letting me fix it, and then you could just have a replay of the conversation of Tarek and Farrell, between Ramir and Fiend.
Fiend would just use like the minor illusion spell to just recap that conversation.
Oh God, that's not a recap we need.
I'm just saying, he was in the next room. It was hard for him not to overhear it.
I mean, you're not wrong. It's not like the argument was quiet either. Interesting. If Tarek comes back without Fiend, he's gonna be in trouble.
I can imagine.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with Ramir like that. God, she'll be absolutely murderous.
Yeah, she needs him to yell at her about how much money she lost.
Yeah. I was gonna say that's the one reason Fiend's like, John. Fiend's like, at least I have all that money to look forward to.
What did I come back to life for? Money! What did I get? Fucking nothing!
Hey, you're going to a wrestling match. I think that me and Ramirez should just take all of that money that we got and would just bet
Everybody
it.
keeps acting like going to a wrestling match is the reward for coming back to life. I
Ben,
should
I
have
love
been
you.
at the wrestling match instead of being dead.
No, you're right. Ben, I love you.
Or at least died at the wrestling match.
Yeah, or at least died by...
I do a
giant
suplex.
woolly
That's cool.
mammoth.
Die during suplex. I am going to have to get up and go get
And
my
Fiend
wife.
died that day.
Oh, I was leaving the stream. That means we can do whatever we want.
No. I would say because
Wait,
no.
change the rules.
Oh, the concern is so real.
Do good. I took off the jacket. You just didn't see it. It was so fast. It was like it was TOS.
It
So
was
they had to
magical.
block.
It was magical. Also, this mini is really cool. Shout out to Hero Forge for printing cool minis. Like this is such a cool mini of Farrell.
Yeah, they do really well.
Yeah, they do, as you would know.
Also, shout out to Hero Forge for making it really hard to be a painter now because your fucking minis are so good for $30.
Oh right, they're so good. Like God. I would just like to buy more of their
quick
stuff.
Question about mini painting.
Yeah.
So if I have little details, do I paint over them like with, say, like I got spikes on the shoulders? Do I paint over the spikes on the shoulders with like the bottom up paint of it, like the base of it, and then do the spikes and like go over them the spikes in like gray again, or like?
Are you talking? So you're talking about like the base coat of what's under
Yeah.
the spikes.
So like there we go. Like these shoulders, like I'm painting them green, and then like there's little bumps on them that I'm gonna do gray. So should I paint the whole thing green so I have the base under it, and then go back over it with gray?
You don't have to. If you want, like it depends on how thin your. So if you want to, no, you don't have to. Easy answer.
Okay. Again, this is already looking like a third grader got a hold of his dad's minis and just immediately fucked up. But yeah.
if you wanted like some of the green to show through, then you could do it that way. It also depends on how like thin your paint is and how you're layering it. But in general, if you just want green with gray spikes, then you can just do green with gray spikes.
Well,
I feel like painting this thing is like wrestling with like a 4-year-old to get to put like a sweatshirt on.
Yes.
It's just being very freaking difficult. And it's so big and bulky. And you want to throw it, but you know the fucking neighbors will call.
Yes. I forgot Ivy was gone for a minute. Hi. Toddlers.
That was
That's
pleasant to
because
come back to,
that's
I'm
because
sure.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, I just looked up and.
That's
and
because I
so you
didn't
said that
say
down.
anything. Oh.
So yeah, moral of the story is don't throw your toddlers, please.
Hey, this has been a PSA from.
I think the moral of the story is there are consequences to that action.
I was
You know, if you really want to get down to it.
Hey guys,
Brass tacks here.
hey guys, we're the mini painting crew, and we just want to let you know that if you're gonna throw your kid, make sure nobody else is watching, so you don't get reported. The more you know.
Speaking of painting and children, there are no such things as mistakes, just happy little accidents.
John,
I want to
Cleric.
fight you on that, but
We've
Chat
reached
would
a-
like to say this is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah,
Eric knows. Cleric.
hold on, let's see how long we've been on stream for a quick minute. It's been
36
about
minutes.
36. Look at us now.
great.
John Ross has entered the chat.
There, you have made it 31 minutes longer than I thought you would.
Hey,
Nuh-uh.
This is emotional, believe at this point.
they're calling you John Ross, which I think is funny, John. That's very fitting.
Calling me John Ross? Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That was the most fitting sentence.
Why
I.
am I John Ross?
Because happy little accidents.
Oh, John Ross. Oh, Jesus Christ. Like Barbara.
John,
You gotta understand, my best friend is an artist, and his name is Ross, and I thought he hopped in the chat. And so people are saying John Ross. I was like, how do they already know?
If Ross was here, I would laugh. Because this
How
is...
did they find me?
How did they find me? Also, Ben said, Ivy, you said the stream would be chaotic, but OMG.
You were not prepared. We were not prepared.
I was kind of
Hold on,
prepared
I don't
after the
think-
conversations, like, last night.
I wasn't there for that.
I tried warning you, though.
warned me.
I did try warning you.
There's no warning for
You're
Here's the
right,
thing.
there's no warning label with these two.
I said this to Ivy.
I'm only one water in, too, so like...
Oh my god.
I said this to Ivy earlier this week, and I think it stands true. Is if when she first announced the stream, like, "Hey, these are the 4 people I want," it would have been, I think, fine because me and John hadn't talked yet, so it would have been like very awkward. We'd be like, "So what's your main class in D&D?" kind of things. But then me and John hung out and talked for a while. We found out that we're like on the same wavelength, and now you let this chaos kind of build until this point.
You're right, though.
Fester, even. Thank you,
Wow.
Seth.
Wow, okay, but also, it's fine, because I love you both very much. I knew what I was getting myself into.
Actually, I gotta go.
No.
I'm enjoying the giggles for sure.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
that, you
even
know,
if it makes
if,
me
if
think
we're
a
gonna
lot
paint
harder.
minis, it's gonna be entertaining. Like, that's just how it's gonna be. Hi, Sam! If we're gonna paint some minis, it's gotta be entertaining. Like, it would be really weird if we just sat here quietly, like, not saying anything, like, just awkwardly painting our minis.
I'm sorry. I just saw the hello,
part?
and my mind was just like,
I don't you dare do
Do it.
I need a meme, like the meme of the hooded Kermit and the normal Kermit, and it's just me and John. Like, don't you dare and
Do it.
do it.
all right,
Come on, Cleric.
let's get this out the way. Hello, welcome to Ivy's stream.
I'm gonna need you to go now.
Hey guys, it's been a great.
Well,
I
36
hated
minutes.
everything about that.
That's when-
sentence.
That was
The
just-
fact is, Cleric knew how to get kicked. He
I
just-
know. He just waited.
It was when to hit that button.
Yeah, I've
Yep.
been messing up with this mini, and I didn't know how to leave and just say my mini stuff. So
I'm sure it's not that bad. Everyone's your first.
It takes
it can be.
practice.
I was.
All you got to do is say, "I'm waiting for it to dry." And every time we ask why you
Yeah.
haven't touched it in like 4 hours, you can say, "I'm waiting for it to dry still."
yeah, you
Because
three are
sometimes it'd
painting
be
minis,
like
and I'm
that,
just
too.
like staying. I'm just chilling.
That's okay. Like, this is just. We're just talking about D&D and minis and everything else. So
And an
good.
upside to painting minis is you, as frustrating as it can be, you can always go back and redo it.
That's true.
Like, sometimes it takes 4 times of redoing it until you're happy with it, but you can redo it, and it is doable. The other, like, 50% of it is just screaming into the void until something fits in the place that you want.
That's just, I think.
All for
life-
screaming into the void?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I
Yes.
think like screaming into the void is just the normal, you know.
Honestly, void
Yeah.
screaming, fucking mint.
And learn to be a pufferfish. I have learned.
What does that mean? What is...
So I actually, it came from TikTok. Surprise, surprise. Somebody said that, like, with confidence and whatnot, and I'm trying really hard to actually implement this in my life, especially like with my shop, is the whole like act bigger than you are and people will believe you.
Hmm.
You know, if you fake it till you make it kind of thing. So be a pufferfish. You blow up, you look, you know,
Intimidating.
big and scary or big and, you know, yeah, like, you know, confident, and then fake it till you make it.
That's pretty solid advice.
I was
Also,
saying-
I just fucking painted gray all over this woman's hair.
Oh, well, his arm's pink now. That's color blended.
There's one goddamn strand on this paintbrush that I have to cut off, and I just can't fucking do it. Where are the mustache scissors?
Where are the mustache scissors?
And here
We
is
are having
where here's where the painting starts really melting.
I was gonna say, you guys,
Really?
here's where we're really going to get into this. Like, this is gonna be great.
Oh, I didn't want this
Haven't used it.
color yet.
And here we see, like, we'll take one out of
Breast cancer awareness, yes.
yeah, we'll just take one from our lovely friend, Grim Songbird, and say, welcome to TikTok Safari. Here we see a group of wild mini painters.
I'm looking at myself on screen on stream where my head is like this because I'm concentrating. I'm like, hey guys, do you like the top of my head ASMR that you guys are watching right now?
Yes, it's great.
You know what? Don't give your friends a miniature to paint. Just fucking go to Hero Forge, you cheap bastards.
I would just like to say that JD, our lovely Von Edgelord, was like, how did everyone individually fall apart at once?
really did.
Look, don't add us, okay?
Premature pink paintbrush. You know, what's funny to me is a lot of these things also tend to happen around the same time too.
Yeah.
Like when one thing hits, it's usually that's where it goes down.
Yep.
Oh, are you guys also painting eyeballs at the moment? Because yeah, that's super
Oh, no,
goddamn
I'm painting
frustrating.
McFarrell's
Keep it
boots
up.
at the moment.
I'm still in base painting since I switched minis, so I'm no longer working on butt. I'm just working on the whole piece.
Nice.
And yeah,
Quality.
but I accidentally painted the
Wow.
entire arm hot pink
Quality.
instead of purple because I had the pink and the purple mixed, and then I didn't realize that the pink bled into the purple on my wet palette.
Oops.
So yeah, it's fixed now. It's totally fine. He just might have a slightly lighter left elbow
Okay, so
among the bones.
So for anybody who wants
God,
to
I
get
need to
in,
get out of my own light.
oh my god! So for anybody who wants to get into mini painting, like their very first thing, they go to the store, they pick one up. What recommendation or advice would you give to them? Any of you
Have
Don't.
paint.
have paint? Nice quality, quality advice. Get some paint. Step one,
Yes.
get paint.
Well, there's
Buy
a
a
couple.
self-help book on patience.
Yes.
Learn to
Sitting
live with
through the
mistakes.
ugly phase.
Ooh, learn to live with mistakes. That's a good one.
No, figure out. I mean, a lot of the D&D minis come pre-primed, but I reprime them anyway, so that doesn't really help. But prime your minis.
Mm,
Yeah, wash them with soap and water when you get home because they got oil from some of their
yeah.
molds still on it.
Resin especially, yeah. And when you're starting out, you know, don't be afraid to look up tutorials. Don't be afraid to have to redo it. Try to have something in mind of like an idea of what you want when you go to paint it. It helps a lot.
Don't start painting on a stream.
No, dude.
Don't wear a suit.
Thin your paints.
Ooh, that's good.
Thin your paints. I've learned this looking through stuff. Thin your paints, because then you don't end up, especially on like smaller minis. Yes, getting brushes for the paint is important. Finger painting only.
Ooh, God.
Don't
that's
at me.
sick. Don't be like Cleric. Solid advice.
I was gonna say, I actually do if you count, fingers and hands are included a lot in painting, not just for handling brushes. I'm still waiting for this thing to dry, so I'm just kind of awkwardly holding it up.
If you get paint thinner, you could sniff the fumes.
Okay, hey John.
For those who want to do that, use water
Oh my God.
instead.
I just like.
You can't use water to thin acrylic paints.
I just
And
like
you
the
don't
chaotic
super
energy of
super
John being like, you could do this, and Nemo being like, yeah, but also, this is how you do that. Like, let me
But
tell you
also,
that-
if you don't want
let
to
me tell you the
freaking
actual way to
die.
do that.
Also, everybody in chat, thanks for making me the example. Really appreciate that.
Oh.
This is a quality stream, you guys. This is quality. This is just pure quality.
Something I learned recently. Don't worry too much about super fancy specialty brushes because you don't need super tiny detail brushes. I just looked at my face in the delay on this stream while I'm staring at my brush. I'm like cross-eyed. Like, oh, that's a look. Yeah, you don't need super tiny detail brushes for a lot of what you're doing.
Power advice here.
Yeah.
The more money you spend, the better you'll be. It's pay to win.
All right, thank you, EA. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, now, you guessed today's video sponsor.
Oh my God. We are
Guys,
not
today's
sponsored by EA.
face game is EA. Do you want to not have fun?
We are
Play
not
EA.
sponsored by EA.
Chat has a good
No,
point.
never
I'm
did.
not saying no to John's recommendations. I'm just recommending other things.
Correct.
So you could do that, but
You could do
You
that.
could do that.
However.
have you thought about this?
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Oh,
I'm not
Yeah.
giving real recommendations, just in case I need to clarify that.
And John's like, wait.
for the kids at home. Oh, jeez, I moved my chair a lot more than I meant to. Hold on.
It's like, maybe
I just
shouldn't
repeated
tell them to hop
myself.
on dinner.
How about we just don't?
No, I did mention something about sniffing paint thinner. Yes,
Yes.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten around to eating glue yet.
Oh my God.
Neither have I.
For legal reasons, this is a joke. Correct.
Yes.
Good job.
Yeah.
Thanks, chat.
I would not. Something that I've learned that a lot of painters apparently do that I skipped. Licking your paintbrushes is not a requirement. Yes,
There's a lot. There's a lot.
Spec- specifically for wetting your brushes.
Why? That's why there's water.
Yeah. No, I use water for everything, and I learned early on you don't necessarily need super fancy paints or anything. I started off with Michael's acrylics, and then just thinned them
Yeah.
a lot.
We're gonna go with good enough.
Nice.
that. Yeah.
We haven't asked. What about drinking your paint? How about?
100% you should do it. Chuck.
Don't
Call
don't
me
do that.
out. First
I accidentally done. That's it. That's what happens when your water cup and your drink cup are too close together.
This is
That's
why
why
my
we
coffee
separate
cup
them.
is over here and my water is over here.
I've been just drinking and Daisy.
I've done it with red solo. I used to use red solo cups before for for the water for my paint. Yeah, that was bad.
Oh,
Yeah, I just have the little cup. Yeah, I started using like bottles and like the straw cups. Spicy water.
Spicy water
yeah.
is not. That's not. I feel like Cleric
It's
was
okay,
not.
Cleric.
I feel like Cleric also was not prepared for this stream.
What is this?
Clearly not.
We've gone from, hey guys, we want to paint some, we want to answer your Dungeons and Dragons questions and like, just talk Dungeons and Dragons, talk about minis, to being like, hey yo, chug your paint. You should just do it.
No, this
Lick
is
your
just.
brushes.
I feel like you don't watch enough Beyond the Realms because this is just how we are. Like, we're like, ah, yes, this really emotional, serious moment. Fiend has just died. But also, the girls are out shopping.
Bet
Real
me.
quick.
Bet me.
Corpse.
Oh my god.
When I tell you I died.
Quality entertainment. That's why we're here. We're just here to entertain.
Yes.
Uh-huh. I was say we can answer Dungeons and Dragons questions if anybody has any in the chat. For us or otherwise. I think most of the people I've seen in the chat are well familiar with D&D, but if you have any for us that you'd like us to answer that you're curious about, we can answer those. Most of us are players and have DM'd at some point or another.
I will say, I want to clarify. I am currently playing a couple games myself, and I'm playing some fun, some pretty fun ones. They're just like on hiatus at the moment, and now I'm just DMing for the most part.
What do you normally main when you're a player cleric? Do you actually play clerics, or is that just
Bards.
the name?
Well, that threw me for a loop. Really thought you were going to say cleric on that one.
Oh, I was thinking.
No.
I am not surprised by
I
Bard.
love clerics. I think they're one of the, I would make the argument they're the best class in the game because they're every class flavored better.
Is that your whole argument?
That is
So
not- like,
so at username, my name is Frank. Is your name really Frank? No, it's Bill.
No, it's
Oh,
yeah. Well, occasionally,
fair.
people do different names. Also, we have a question from Gaming Benjamin. Shocking. Did you genuinely think, John, that you were dead last session, or did you just think that Kevin was up to something?
Nope, thought I was dead.
He thought he was dead. I saw the look on your face. You
I
thought you
said,
were
wow.
dead. I
was like, wow, this man really killed me with the disintegrate spell
when
real quick with like no ending.
when I watched you mute your headset and then unmute, and when he asked if you had any last things to say, I could tell that you thought you were dead because you could, like, you seemed shocked.
Yeah, it was a moment there where I was like, I guess I didn't have enough time to think about like how Fiend would go out in like a blaze of glory, and instead of going out in a blaze of glory, he went out with a disintegrate, very, very quickly. And so I couldn't think of anything off the top of my head.
Have you gone back and thought about it? If you were to go in that moment again, what Fiend would say? Have you thought about what he would have said?
Honestly, I haven't given it any additional thought.
Fair enough.
I kind of just took it as a victory.
That you're not
Did a small
dead?
victory lap and went, cool.
That you're not
Yeah.
dead now? Okay,
Moving
fair enough.
on.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
But no, I think that based off of everyone in the chat's reactions of Fiend not having anything to say, I wouldn't change anything.
I think that is true because I was surprised when he didn't. I thought that made it a lot more emotional as well. That he didn't have anything to say.
Yeah, for once he kept his mouth shut.
Yeah, for once. Which is shocking.
Yeah, he doesn't do that very often.
No, he's a good character. We do love Fiend.
hold on, I
Damn it. I just ran
saw the
into an
question.
area that primed.
What did you say, Cleric?
I just saw the question. Somebody asked, "What's D&D cleric answers only?" D&D stands for Dungeons and Dragons. It's where a bunch of nerds pretend that they have happy lives, but instead of having happy lives, they give themselves trauma.
Okay, look.
Fantasy trauma.
Okay, look.
Was that what? Yeah, I was right.
Okay, look. You don't have to add me like that.
You can play
All of
anything.
my
but
tieflings feel called out.
I will admit that before I played with Ivy, Ben, and Saf, I didn't know people really hated their characters that much. And just loaded that much distress and trauma into their stories and actively sought out endangering their mental well-being.
Okay, look.
I think I
People
saw
are like, wow, John's like a really like severe, or John's a really like old player, and I'm like, no, not really. That is not for me.
My favorite comment ever was, how Hi, Moz. Oh, look, there's Tabletop Santa, who we love very dearly. Hi, Rick. Um,
Hey, Rick.
we do love Rick. If you guys are not following Tabletop Santa and the wonderful things that they are doing on TikTok and everywhere else, I would give them a follow because they are a wonderful and kind individual. Who also has a lot of cool D&D stuff. Industries they've been in. Kevin had made a joke. He was like, occasionally I forget that you guys enjoy this much drama. He's like, I felt bad, and then I remembered, oh, it's you guys. I was like, awesome. Thanks, Kevin. Love you. I was like,
I'm getting in my own light. This is where I'm getting back to the baby strangle part.
oh my god.
I thought we were throwing, not strangling.
Well,
It depends
Slightly
on
different
the day.
consequences usually. One comes with more injury. And sometimes
I was gonna
more
say
trauma.
this emotion that I'm feeling right now is a strangling emotion. I promise you that much. Regardless of what was previously stated.
Look, as we know from playing D&D, actions have consequences. I'm just gonna just put
I
that
just
out.
made
Learn
Mrs.
from D&D
Claus.
that you shouldn't throw or strangle your children.
Wait, what did you just say, Cleric?
I just painted Mrs. Claus. I just noticed that. I made her hair red. She has green like Aztecs. This is Mrs. Claus.
I've been, one of our wonderful people in the chat has asked if we play Magic the Gathering.
I do.
Yes.
I was gonna say, I know certain individuals do.
I just got recently into Commander because my roommate, he is a big Magic the Gathering fan. He loves Commander. So I was like, hey, yo, I want to try it out. Like, I'll try it out. And so I played Commander. It was a lot of fun. I do have one deck, and I bought a bunch of cards, and I still have no idea what to do with the additional cards I have because I have to build a deck from them. And I was just like, now I have pretty cards. That's it. But
That's how they
Yes.
get you.
Back in back in my day, which I know is saying something, we used to trade other people in person
Whoa.
for our spare cards for their spare cards that we needed.
wow, 1990 was a different time.
Whoa!
Coronavirus.
Wow.
Damn virus.
Wow. 1990, jeez.
Whatever, 2000 and.
I was about to say that same thing.
Don't put that on me. Don't put it.
I was about to make that same joke, John. Thank you.
I am not a
Paint.
2000 and
Paint.
baby.
Nemo's like, I'm just
Whatever
gonna
you-
paint my mini.
Whatever your compound birthday.
As for Magic, I don't
Cleric,
personally
you be
play,
quiet
no.
now. You're making me mess up.
I do not play Magic, I will say. I know Nemo does though.
Yeah, at the moment I mostly just I don't play too much in person, you know, obviously with
We'll be back.
Corona and everything, but gotten into Arena, and right now I have my husband helped me make a deck around mutating the scoop beetles,
I muted, go ahead.
and I love them so much. I know
Scoop
this
beetles are
deck-
great.
they're so cute,
much
and
is
like the
Yeah,
the
that's
way
fine, go
that
ahead.
the mutate deck works, like there's a lot of
Thank
times
you for
where it just
asking.
doesn't quite work out, but when it does, it's fabulous. And one of my favorite things
I
ever is
I
when
don't have
the
Discord pulled up.
game actually goes on long enough, like you get someone who recognizes what's like happening and lets you play it out. And the game has actually asked me to cease and desist before because my combo went on too long, and I was like, I can't touch anything, game. I can't stop it. And it was like, choose another action, and I was like, I literally can't. You are currently counting. It was oozes at the time that I played. And I got so many going that it was like, please cease and desist. I was like, I'm sorry, I can't.
You're like, I cannot.
It's too late.
Legally, I cannot stop.
Legally, I cannot stop.
Yeah, recently I watched someone else break the game using the same base deck, and they got like 600 or 700 going.
Oh my God.
And it broke the game bad enough to where, one, it could barely count them, but two, we both had our turns at the exact same time and timed out at the same time, and they lost.
Oh my God.
It was weird. But yeah, so Magic's fun.
Shoo.
I thought of a real piece of advice.
Oh, okay, John. Tell
I've
us.
been contemplating this entire time.
All right, John.
Yeah, I have.
What is your
Uh,
advice?
Change your water frequently.
That's a good piece of advice.
Oh, I should probably do that. So,
I was about to say we can take a break now if we'd like to take a break and come back in 10 minutes. You guys break things up and go to the
first off,
restroom.
let's show some progress.
I was gonna say yeah. If you guys want to show some progress, I know Nemo, you're still priming, but
There's been none.
Oh.
Look at this.
What do you mean? There's been none.
Hey.
There's progress.
This is an abomination to nature.
No, it's not. I was say because I also need to change my
There
water.
you go.
Oh, John, look at that.
So good.
Barrel's coming
Ooh.
along very cutely. I will say I'm gonna have to go back through and fix a couple things, but otherwise, like she's been.
Yeah.
Barrel's going quick.
She's small.
Ooh.
Yeah. I just have my
Oh,
my
see?
bone golem over here that's just purple at the moment.
He still
but
looks cool though.
Yeah, I'm layering the colors in. So the base color's done. I'm about to do my third round of building on the color.
Ben says Farrell is small and we love her. She is small. She's the shortest of all of the Beyond the Realms characters. She's the smallest. She's 5'5". She's just
Unless Ramira chooses to be shorter than you.
okay.
In some
okay,
weird competition, she could be shorter.
okay, but like, Ramira is shorter in her normal form. She's what 5'2", 5'3", something like that. But anyways, we'll take our first break. So we will be back in like 10 minutes, guys. So go get something to drink, and we'll be back.
Woo!
And we're back. There we go.
And that's why I think sheep should be able to vote.
You know what? I can't argue.
why I
You're
wasn't
right.
ready.
Any counterpoints to that? I don't know if we have any counterpoints
I
to my
mean,
argument.
but what
I
about
spent
the
the last 10 minutes.
dogs? I thought we were gonna let dogs vote.
No, dogs are too loyal to one party. Sheep are more of a broad kind of.
Clark, why the hell were you prepared to have that argument?
I was not ready for the preparedness of that argument. Like they're like, no, they're too loyal to one party. Like
I'm not surprised, but at the same time,
I wasn't
joke.
prepared.
It-
Like
It's a skill. I think it's a skill I have where it's just like random shit. If you need me to talk about random shit or you need like random improv shit to happen, I'm good to go for that. Like,
I
we
mean,
can,
but that is one of the signs of a good DM. Like, you know, strong improv skills. It's something that we have to frequently do when our party is being
Nice save, Ivy.
What? What? John,
Say-
let go.
Nice save from this conversation.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Let's swing it right around back to D&D.
I can. Well, watch me.
Gotta save it.
That actually did surprise. Remind was the word I was going for, but my brain said no.
You get surprised.
Yes, that reminds me. I actually need to go find my notes for the campaign that I want to try to get back into running at some point, but I actually have to find my original notes for it, and that's like 2 years old. But the players get to be in a cult.
Here for the cult stuff.
You know we are.
Yes.
Always with the cult stuff.
You just have to be secret about the cult, because I had, the first time I tried to run it, one of the players decided that he was going to take the cult stuff and bring it up to the people and tell them about the cult
Hey,
stuff.
Hey,
And
that
I'm like,
sounds familiar, John.
and I'm like, you literally, one, you cannot
Tattoon.
read the cult stuff, but two, please
yeah.
do not take the secret, high-end cult stuff out to your average man that you're supposed to be keeping it secret from.
What are you talking about? We should totally take the cult stuff to whoever. They obviously
He just wanted
deserve to
people
know.
to go mad.
I immediately was like, when the hell did Fiend do that? When you said
Are
John.
you saying
No,
Wagon's
you're like,
Community is
John.
a
I was like,
cult?
what?
Wagon's Community was a cult. That's just how.
Wagon's Community was probably a cult, yeah.
You're like,
It was a fucking weird place.
yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. But that's okay.
Through no fault of my own, mind
It was
you.
no fault of your own. No, you are correct.
I still can't look at anything.
This is
about
why
Wagon.
you need panel liner, because like it like gets the oh my god, will you focus already? Come on, camera. There we go. Over here.
Look how
Yeah.
nice that looks, though.
Ooh.
Panel liner does a great job for shading. More than just blood, which is a stupid name for painting Gundams. Just want everybody to know that. Gunpla.
I don't think I've ever used either.
See, and now we're learning new things.
It
Yeah.
also has fumes that you should sniff.
How about we
Ah.
don't do that for legal
No.
reasons? This is. A
I'm
joke.
gonna progressively get weirder throughout the night the more I use that panel line.
I'm also aware of this, John.
Just pay attention. If I start foaming at the mouth, it's not for fun. This time.
You're only a
It's
couple
not
hours from me.
What?
It's
You
fine.
start foaming in the mouth and you're just like, wow, John, that's a really good bit you're doing. Honestly, 10 out of 10.
I'm
But hey,
dying.
everybody, look, John's foam spasm is sponsored by Hero Force.
No, no, don't
By
wish
EA.
it on us. Don't wish this on us. Don't do that.
Don't get us
One of
found
these-
like this.
Don't get us
I just want
found
like an
this.
EA rep. I just want an EA or I mean a Hero Forge rep to just be watching the stream one day and being like,
What
why the hell does that one dude seem so damn passive aggressive towards us?
Uh,
Who hurt you?
Who hurt you, dude? Okay.
they start asking around the company, do any of you know this guy? Like,
Did we do something to him?
no.
It's John. He sends a couple letters a month, but he'll go away
He
eventually.
sends a couple letters a month. Oh, God.
I'm a pain on this
It
bitch.
could not be for fun, but still be fun.
That is also true.
Oh, I can't paint details.
That is granted, but I'm not sure I want to find out.
Also true. Let's see.
It is time
How
to
did you
work
get
into
paint
work.
down there?
This is great.
The question of any great artist of how did I do this? How did I manage this?
That's why I asked at the beginning of this when I was like, "How did I get white paint on a black primed mini?" And it wasn't like a spot I missed. It was new white paint.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's just art. It's just randomly
Art
finding
is an
paint.
explosion.
Yes.
I
So
get it.
accurate.
Pretty sure it came from when I was I was basing Asperia's wings last night, and I did those with white, and I accidentally flicked white paint all over her main piece, so I had to clean that up before stream, and then I'm pretty sure it got to him somehow as well. That's my assumption.
Quick Naruto rant.
And if
I
it's-
think Sasuke is the worst character in anime.
That was the
Sorry.
most random, quick Naruto rant, though.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate he has such cool powers.
I was gonna say, I just like the random anime since, that's fine.
Well, no, because John mentioned how like art is an explosion. I was like, I gotta quickly bring this up.
I mean,
and I didn't want
No, you're right. That's
to. Didn't interrupt Nemo. I'm sorry.
Why are you apologizing? You're fine.
You're good.
Yeah, no, I hate Sasuke. Sasuke's the worst.
Who else do you hate?
Oh, this is the conversation we're gonna have. That is opening quite the can of worms.
What about Aaron Yeager? Do you like him? Do you hate him? Thoughts? No spoilers.
Attack on Titan. I have opinions of Attack on Titan because of all the things about it, but I will say, Aaron Yeager, I get it. I get it. That's it.
I don't.
I'm just not a big Attack on Titan fan, if I'm honest. Like, it's fine, but like, I don't know, it's just not.
I haven't really gotten around to watching after the first season.
There are better
It
animes.
it almost got there, but it didn't quite make it into like the mainstream
I'm
like
just saying,
Naruto and One Piece and
there are
Bleach.
better animes out there than Attack on Titan. Like, I'm just saying.
Like Oron Host Club High School or whatever it's called.
Oh, you mean that thing that Saf put you through watching? Yeah, that.
Sorry, Saf. I know you. If you're still in the chat, I know you just got that shirt and you're super proud of it.
There's a special spot in my heart for Oran High School Host Club.
I will
Yeah,
say
there's
that show's a
apparently a
bomb.
special part
Look,
in a lot of people's hearts.
it's a really good anime, and John had not watched it until he had not had the pleasure.
gift.
No, until he had to watch it with Saf a couple weeks ago, and was introduced. It was great. It's a good time.
See, my brain was going towards around the time that Attack on Titan was, or around the time that I was going to get around to watching that. I found Tokyo Ghoul. So
Tokugo's
yeah.
quality.
and then I got lost in that, and I love it.
Fucking mint.
It's a quality.
I still have to get.
Quality
I still have to get through. I think it's Re, but
No, you don't.
but I'm mad about it.
Yeah,
so...
no, that's why me and John are saying no, you don't. You don't. You don't got.
Then
I mean,
okay.
you do, but you don't. Don't wait 4 years after Tokyo Ghoul to watch Re, because then you won't remember shit. And then it'll get real confusing.
Ree just made me
Like,
mad.
where the hell did any of this crap happen? How big of a time did we go through?
Ree
Yeah,
just
I
upset
watched
me.
part of it, and then I got upset about it, and then I stopped watching it, and I was like, I'll go back someday.
Ree just
And
made
then
me
I keep
angry. I just didn't enjoy Ree. I finished it, hoping it would get better, and it never did. And I don't know. I just don't not about that.
Lovely creators sitting here with me painting.
Yeah.
What the hell do muffles look like?
Muffles?
Muffles?
Muscles.
Oh, muffles.
muffles.
Me and John both are
Fresh in
muffles.
my mouth.
Cannot tell you.
It's like muffles.
I was like, what's a
I am
muffle?
Yeah, no, sorry.
Get ready to Google muffles.
No, muscles, as in the inside of the body usually.
Oh,
This time it's on the outside.
They're
Mhm.
red and white and yeah, like I think
Yeah. Like I'm building on it, but I'm just staring at it. I'm like, this doesn't look great. Now I know I'm nowhere near done. Ugly face. But still, I'm staring at it going, where the fuck do I go?
It's
We'll
alright.
get there.
I'm realizing that there are just flat out nooks and crannies on this piece, and I don't enjoy painting nooks or crannies. So,
I feel that.
and I'm just like constantly ruining good fucking paintwork that I've already done. because I'm realizing later that there's like a half an inch deep hole for me to shove my brush into.
Yeah.
Take it away, Cleric.
Cleric was blinking with concern. It's fine. This is fine.
And I'm getting too close to a different color again. Go ahead and say it so I can
Cleric,
continue
I
painting.
swear.
We like to think that we're family friendly, and we make sure that you can enjoy the stream in front of your wife, your kid, your husband, your boyfriend, girlfriend, and everyone younger. So get the whole family gathered so you can hear us talk about how we want to pick our sticks.
Cleric. Oh my god.
I am gonna make a shirt for all you car people out there, like me, who have a stick shift and everything, that just says I like to wiggle my stick in traffic with a shift knob. Because if you've driven stick, you know you wiggle it back and forth
No,
when you're
you're-
sitting in traffic.
No, you're right, but like I just wasn't prepared. God. You guys can see me and
That
John
shirt
every
will sell.
Monday on Beyond the Realms.
If you like what you see here.
If you like what you see here, you can watch us
And
every
you
Monday.
haven't called the authorities yet.
Yet. You can watch.
You have not strangled nor thrown your toddler yet. They don't need to call anyone yet.
If you haven't contacted Twitch mods and let them know that what's going on over here,
Please don't report us, I swear.
Do it.
John, no.
Do it, bitch.
But
You
John,
You won't.
you don't tempt them.
trying to like family each.
Don't tempt the public. It's dangerous.
It is dangerous, especially knowing who's been in and out of our chat. There are people who would take that challenge. Don't do that.
Oh no.
I'm just saying.
We're gonna report that between two Johns jerk. I don't have a Twitch. Good luck.
I was gonna say, if you report this channel, you're only reporting me, not John. It doesn't work by proxy. Sorry.
Motherfucker!
Uh-oh.
I was
Drop
gonna say, I
the
do
paintbrush
have a-
on the carpet. That's way worse than
Oh.
Yes. Yes.
Do you have pets?
No.
Oh, okay. Every time I drop a mini or a brush, I end up with cat hair in my mini forever. So
Oh,
if
fair enough.
anyone's ever ordered a mini from me and found a cat hair, you're welcome. It's probably Lyra's.
Are you taking
I have
commissions?
a little bit of my
currently, Nemo?
cat with me.
You're doing...
Yes and no. If anybody wants to commission me, I will happily take it. But I haven't actually finished / gotten the guts to actually put myself out there and the fact that I'm doing it.
Which is why you're on the stream. Hello.
Hi, you calling me out here.
Yeah, a little bit. What's up?
Yeah,
Because
no.
your
As
minis are
of next
incredible.
week. Yeah, as of next week, I will for sure be have it up so I can actually take commissions for player minis and monsters and you actually making me
Mhm.
Paint
yeah.
a bigger piece, I said.
You did. You did.
It'll be easier, I said.
Yeah, you did.
it's never
won't have to-
easier.
You know?
Yeah, you won't have to get such fine detail on these minis and get frustrated on stream and make a fool of yourself, I said.
No, it's never easier. I
I
have
said.
I learned. Yeah, no, I did the same thing. I was like, I want to paint a big mini. And then I had to stare at Asperia's butt for 15 minutes and couldn't do it anymore.
Yep. Correct.
So,
I'm just
Booty,
painting.
booty.
Booty, booty, booty. I'm just painting feral. Like this
everywhere.
I've given up on having a concrete theme with this and trying to be accurate. I'm like, green paint look good here.
is fine.
Sometimes, you know,
That's okay.
I was watching
Bravo
some
6 going
video
dark.
on
Oh my god.
painting yesterday, and they were like, "Let the paint lead you," and I was like, "I don't know if I trust."
I don't
that."
know if I trust the paint.
I don't know what that means. Let the paint lead you.
Yeah, like, and their piece came out great.
I'm sure.
I mean, their ugly phase was
Give me back
kinda
my wallet.
scary, but
Give me back my
that's
wallet.
very true, actually. Yeah.
Oh, God.
I found you. Ah, there you
just
are.
like the-
Found you.
Give me back my wallet.
Fucking paint was stealing my wallet.
I hope we're entertaining our chat. Like, I hope that this is.
I hope
this
so.
is fun for them to listen to. We went. Let's just paint some minis on stream. This will be fine. Oh, I just messed up her hair.
You can redo it. Just let it dry.
I know. I was trying to paint her
Oh
tail.
goodness. Now I realize I've been staring at my mini without looking up too long.
Hello.
Yeah, no, I've been staring so close at my mini. I went to look up to read something on my screen. And I'm like, I can't see anything.
Holy shit, I'm blind.
Yeah, like I know I don't have my glasses on, but I'm not usually that blind. Holy jeez. So I'm gonna let that dry.
So, Nemo, since you're letting yours dry real quick, and we know
Yes.
that cleric mains clerics, do tell what you main in D&D and why you main them
Sorcerers,
and why.
spells go boom.
Spells go boom. Nice.
Spells to go boom.
Easy.
Quality.
Yeah, the one time I tried playing a tanky class was a barbarian that literally could not hit anything ever. She never hit anything.
We love that.
So spells go boom, and they're easier to hit things with.
Fair enough. Hey, John, what do you mean?
Really anything.
Really anything?
I've noticed that I stopped really maining one thing, and so I think I spread it around equally. I think the most I've ever played is a warlock, or like with a sprinkle of warlock in it.
Mm.
But I'm usually always trying to screw over my own patron somehow.
Huh, that sounds familiar. I mean, what?
Ben, who?
Ben here? Ben's not here. He's watching WandaVision. I'm sure if he heard his name, he'll just come running, though.
What do you mean, Ivy?
It's only like
What do
27.
I mean?
Mhm.
Forever DM? No, I made that joke with Dugan the other day, too. Normally it would have been, like, Forever DM. I look at the bunch of warlocks. It's not Ben. It was immediately Von Edgelord. He's like, Warlock, yes! And that makes sense to me. I've noticed I'm starting to main druids more than anything. I try to, because I normally am a Forever DM, I try to play a little bit of everything just to at least have some experience. Like when I played on the Welcome in one of their one-shots, I played a Barbarian. Her name was Cassandra. She was an air genasi, and she was really fun. Oh, hi, Ben.
I just hear like Stewie footsteps like down the hallway, and you're like, Ben. It's like,
I know, Ben. We're just teasing you. But no, I've started to realize I mean druids a lot more because now I am playing two of them. I'm playing a Circle of the Moon, which is feral on Beyond the Realms, and then I'm guesting as a Circle of Stars, which is the new class, which is really cool. I have a rogue bard who's really cool that I'm excited to someday play if I ever have a chance to play them. But I would say druids. Besides Forever DM, it's probably druids. I just really enjoy them. Plus, there's some really cool stuff you can do with a druid.
Druids look really cool, especially spores.
Circle of Spores? Yes. Yeah, I wonder why you would know that. I wonder why you would know that. Weird.
Weird. Totally has
How
nothing to
bizarre.
do with
How bizarre. No, I would like to say I've never played like a paladin or anything like that. So I'm not familiar with how I would play that, honestly.
Yeah, so I guess that leads to the next question. What class is like the least favorite, the least one you are interested in playing?
The least one?
Yeah, we're going off that.
Ranger.
Ranger?
I haven't, and it's not gonna be great.
John immediately said Ranger. My first ever character was a Ranger.
That does not surprise me.
She was fun.
What we got against Rangers, John? Slow returns.
Slow. I don't know if you want to like open that, but Von Edgelord says clerics.
Hey, can we quickly pause the stream real quick?
No.
And then can we have a quick sidebar?
Is it about JD?
Yeah, it is actually.
It's about how wonderful and lovely they are.
Yes, they're wonderful and lovely, and I'm glad they're here for the stream. But honestly, I feel very attacked by their presence.
Oh, really? Weird.
If they weren't here at the moment.
How bizarre.
How bizarre. I wonder why.
How bizarre. I guess to
Yeah,
go back
cleric.
to the original question.
You're not gonna like my answer though.
You can answer. Go ahead, Nemo.
No, I actually was going to say clerics but not for that reason. I played a cleric once and I just could not figure them out for the life of me. So
Yeah, can we do another
because of that,
consult?
I just haven't had an interest so far in going back to it.
That's fair. That's valid.
But just the timing of that,
Right.
where I was like, oh.
I want like Ivy, how I collect a lot of like small creatures
Yes.
in D&D typically.
Yes.
I just want one of them to be like cleric. And take that as you will, cleric.
Do you want cleric to be a Chewinga or a Dryad?
I just could you imagine like if Hathawin was cleric? It'll still look like Hathawin, but just cleric's voice and everything that cleric normally says.
I'm gonna be honest.
I want this now.
I will put in a note to Kevin.
Yeah, I do too.
I was person to guest stream.
Like,
never.
Just be riding around in my front pocket all day.
That'd be really cute, actually.
Get the occasional hellos in there.
I don't know. I guess.
Hello.
Hello. A class I would never try or had no interest in. I don't know, because I've played I like to try at least to branch out and play certain things at least once.
Anybody say ranger yet? Ranger.
I think I heard a voice on the wind, but I wasn't. Oh no, I didn't mix enough paint for the dry brushing.
I will say for me, for probably the same reason as Nemo, druids, they're just not fun for me to play.
That's fair. See, this is why you have to have parties, is because everybody wants to play something different. It's great.
It's because I don't like the wild shape about it.
Really?
I like the Circle of Spores was the one that interests me, and the Circle of Stars, which you can transform
into a constellation.
Yeah, but the whole the wild shapes in general, the base version of it, I could never get into it.
Fair enough. I don't know, I've never had an interest in playing fighters, just because it's not.
And when Rune Fighter came out, that's when I was like,
that's fair. And I guess there's things about it. But I guess my main would be probably paladins. I just have no interest in playing a paladin. I'm sure I would try playing it at least once just to see if that was accurate, but I just have never really had the interest. How about race? What race do you main?
Shatterkai.
Fair.
Instant.
Almost exclusively. I think almost every character I play is a Shatterkai.
I can't hear the sound of Fiend. The one time you decide to play a Tiefling.
The only time.
And there's 3 of us. And there's 3.
Two times.
Yep. And there's 3.
And he was specifically only for a one-shot.
And there's.
I wasn't intending to play a Tiefling.
And there's 3 of us. I love Fiend though. I think he's a good character.
I think he would have been the same if he was a Shatterkai. I don't think his race really. Yeah, mattered.
I mean, that's fair. Cleric, what about you? What race do you main?
I usually play around because the only race I don't ever really play is humans because I think that's boring. Vanilla.
So there's a lot of people who would argue that humans.
Yeah, they're too OP for cleric.
See, all right, John being one of them.
I'm sorry. Can I just point out that of all the horror movies, the only thing that has not been killed by humans is nothing. So everything always feels like it's so immortal and so powerful. I'm a scary vampire. The only thing that can kill me is this bit of wood. And a human will send a human after a human until it kills it. Because when humans are scared,
that dangerous creatures. Okay, if we take it in the context of humanity, then yeah, of course everything we fight against the alien monsters is gonna be humans. But if we lived in a race of lizard people and we could choose, I'm gonna send the lizard person every time, and that's also who I made the most, probably the lizard, the Yangtze or the lizard folk. But you can't just straight up be like, oh, humans have defeated everything because there's only humans. My roommate's just asking. heard me call that random.
That was perfect.
That was good.
Yeah, we
that was
good.
good. I'm gonna clip that. That's my new favorite thing.
John, what are you looking at the camera for? What you looking at the camera for? The camera ain't moving. I'm not moving. Wait, what do you need?
Yes, John? Are you just that proud of yourself? Oh, no! We lost John!
Oh
We've lost him.
no!
Oh, no,
He is stuck in perfect position on stream though. Or was.
Now I gotta move Cleric into John's, or over, like, back into his spot here.
Oh, now I'm in 2 spots. I'm in 2.
No.
Cleric has removed John and taken over.
That's right. I was right. No argument here.
No, now you have to argue both sides.
Humans, look cool. Look at you can be. I think I've made this argument before. I've talked about it before. It's just like you can be anything in D&D. You can be a dwarf. You can be a lion.
Here comes John.
You can be tiefling. You can be all this other stuff, and you pick John Jonathan.
Welcome back, John.
Claire, you broke my freaking my internet connection with your ignorance.
Wow! Coming in hot.
All right.
It was flickering. It was just like getting madder and madder as he kept going.
All right, speak your truth then. Speak your truth, I guess.
That was he came back so mad. God.
You did this.
You did this. Damn.
This is
Your fault. It had nothing to do with me.
Oh God, you came back so angry. How about you, Nevo? What race do you normally main?
You can probably guess.
I cannot. What are you talking about? I don't never know. We don't talk ever.
Nope, never.
This is the first time we're ever talking.
Yep, never met.
Never met. You don't mod my server. We don't talk.
No.
Oh.
But yeah, Tiefling is my go-to. They're my babies.
Same. Same.
I think Drow might be after playing one. Even if I'm the most awkward Drow probably in existence.
We are two very, very strange Drow, I will say.
When
My
your other
home
party
game, all
members are
drows
going...
French.
What?
I said in my home game, all drows are French.
You know?
Welcome
You know what?
to the Underdark Mission.
I
We have Underdark bread and Underdark baguette.
Underdark baguette.
And they are giant dude.
Oh my God.
You know, Ivy, I don't know if I can go back to playing Tieflings with the suspicion of Tiefling arms.
Yeah, that's true. You know what?
I don't know if I can do it.
That's fair. I can't blame you there.
Tiefling arms?
So we are playing Out of the Abyss, which is okay. Von Edgelord has said they're not Australian, which makes me laugh.
I can't do that. So we're just
That's
that
funny.
bit.
You know, because they come from the land down under. Like that's what
I love that.
me and JD are on the same wavelength again. We are the same person.
I believe it. The more I see of you two, the more I believe it.
The more you see of me,
I didn't make him French. It was my DM.
the more you see of me and JD, the more you assume we're the same.
And
Yeah, the more I'm like, yeah, you're right.
yeah, you're right. It's fine.
and the same.
Yeah, so we're playing. Ivy and I have recently started Out of the Abyss with my husband running it as the DM, and we're both Drow. And we made it to we were in the starting outpost because in Out of the Abyss it starts you out in prison. And I personally have run as a DM, attempted to run Out of the Abyss
A couple
3 or
of
4 times now for people.
Yeah.
And I haven't made it very far. So he actually, being the much more experienced DM and reading further in the book, essentially changed some things up and put a lot of his own NPCs in there and whatnot. It's been really cool.
It's been great.
But
However,
the male drow in charge of the outpost, he decided to serve Ivy and I's characters, being female drow and higher rank. He fed us a meal, which happened to include really nice meat.
which is strange.
Which is strange in this outpost out in basically, middle of nowhere.
Correct.
Where no meat would usually be found.
Ah, look, it's our DM and lovely person, Kevin. Hi, Kevin.
Hello. And there also happens to be a prisoner who is very freshly missing an arm.
He's a red tiefling.
So, in the middle of the night, laying in bed, I came
After
to
session.
the very sleepy realization that we might have
Oh, that's John again.
eaten. Oh no!
You ascended.
He did ascend.
He ascended.
But that we probably ate tiefling.
A tiefling arm. And my lovely husband's DM says, I cannot confirm nor deny, and laughed. And I have been afraid ever since.
Laughed in DM.
He absolutely laughed in DM. Like he does.
100% ate a tiefling arm.
See?
Yep, and I ran to voice chat and cleric and one other person who was in there.
Okay,
Right.
So we have 2 comments. One is from Fawn Edgeworth, was it spicy? And then we have our lovely, lovely dice group sandwich. Your drow group should be called Drowning Pool. Let the bodies hit the floor.
Yes.
And shrimp.
And straight, that's it. Like, we done. Like, that's it.
We peaked. That's it. We peaked.
Also, hey Kevin. I'm painting Feral. And she looking cute. She looking real cute. I'll send pictures to on the Realms chat later. But look at this. She's looking so good. Welcome back, John.
She looks so cute.
Do you want to blame Cleric again, or do you want to blame Kevin? Because Kevin's in the chat.
I'm just gonna
I've
pay
done
my
nothing.
Okay, pay your mini, man. Pay your mini.
I've done nothing wrong in my life.
In your life.
That's wow. That's such a strong argument. Sure.
I've never been wrong nor done anything wrong in my life.
All I'm trying to say is Cox Internet is really living up to their names.
You just why do you do this? Just why?
Sorry.
Why do you do this? No, but yeah, look, I'm painting Fair. Look how cute she's coming along with her little flame blades. They look great.
Cute.
I love her. I love her very much. Kevin's I can't help if my present affects the internet, so it's okay, Kevin, because we love you.
I'd never blame you, Kevin. You have way too much power.
Exactly. That is actually accurate. Actually 100% true. And we love him very much for it. I don't know who else would put up with our shenanigans. Tiny Feral is precious. Isn't she, though?
Are you going to keep her next to your other one?
Probably. Look at her.
I hope so.
She's not quite done yet, but
I love it.
there you go. She's very cute. Look at her.
It makes me want to find you the different holiday ferals.
Oh my god. Feral on all holidays.
Yep. Because you've got the Halloween.
I do. I
And
have a
and you've got your
fantastic
main.
Halloween. Is she cute though? I'm gonna have
That
to
might-
figure out how to paint her eyes.
Very carefully.
She has canonically now crescent moons in her eyes. So I'm like so technically her eyes are like hazel silver now.
Hey, Cleric, how's Mrs. Claus coming?
Yeah, I want you to know, I literally was going through my mind. I was like, I'm gonna let this sit for a little bit so I can figure out what I'm doing. Because,
Hey John, you should check the chat.
oh god.
Specifically for Kevin's.
Start working on your smack talk, John, because one day Jabroni's already put on notice. Hold on, wait, I got this. Just as another reason why I like wrestling match.
It's gonna be great. Monday is gonna be great.
I want you to know, I'm actually playing a character right now, one of my roommates' campaigns that I'm playing like I did a Legend of like an Avatar one, like set way before.
Oh, cool.
Like this character called Ty, and he's like the rock, the boulder, all of them combined.
Oh god.
And I had to do his voice. It hurts my throat so much, but it's one of the funniest things because he's obsessed with etching his name into the stone in the sky.
Incredible.
For the longest time, my roommates didn't understand what I was saying, so they were like, "Whoa, what the like, Ty? Are you stupid? You're dumb. There's no rocks out there." And eventually, one of them figured it out. They're like, "Wait a second, are you talking about the moon?" And I was like, "Yes, Ty is referring to the. Ty wants to etch his name into the sky rock, for all to see Ty's greatness."
Wow.
That's it.
He thinks so highly of himself, doesn't he?
I love that
I
so much.
also watched every match he's ever been in, and then suplexed a dog.
Your PC is the chair from the Tick. Thank you, Kevin.
I'm having such a hard time remembering it now, but it's I think it's I'm a jabroni beaten, pie eaten, eyebrow raising, stronger than a bear, faster than a buck, the hottest thing to hit Canada because the Maple Leafs suck. That's what it was. There you go, Kevin.
If that doesn't come up on Monday
I was
stream,
like, how the hell? I couldn't even find it.
No.
I was like, I gotta look
no,
this
if
up.
that doesn't come up on Monday stream, I will be so damn disappointed. Oh my god. Wow.
So we said a few minutes ago that we peaked.
Yeah, I'll say this is it.
I'm gonna go change my water out now. Mic drop.
Mic drop. I'm gonna go change my. I like
We
how
just
the
keep peeking.
chat just says, "Well, that was something." You are correct. This is just John.
This is our chaos.
Welcome. This is about the energy we bring every Monday, though. At least most of the
Yeah.
time. Crap! I messed up her eye.
That just came from the guy who offhandedly used the Green Lantern thing on a D&D session.
Which was badass. Which was badass. That was super cool. Kevin is one of my favorite people in the world. I would like that noted. Since he's not here to like tell us no that we can't tell how awesome he is. We just love Kevin. We just do.
Just do.
John Unleashed.
John is incredible on stream, I will say. Much fun to play with. Funnier to watch Fiend do antics. That was pretty cool when he did the Green Lantern. Just off the top of your head, I wasn't expecting it when it happened. I did appreciate, which I feel like I should have expected it, but I didn't.
Expect the unexpected.
To segue into like the conversation with that, what is a favorite moment in D&D that you've had as a whole?
Ooh.
As a whole.
For me, that's gonna be like a two-way tie.
Okay, bet go.
So one is I was this bard playing in my home campaign, which has been going on for a couple of years now.
Mhm.
And so we were fighting this adult blue dragon, and the rest of the party was down. Like our paladin, our barbarian, our monk, everyone was down but me. And because out of spite to the party, I just kept using Vicious Mockery. The only spell I kept using to damage the dragon was just Vicious Mockery over and over and over again. So everyone was down, and it was finally my turn, and I was like, okay, so this is where Minty dies, because that was his name. He was Minty Python.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Quality.
So I finally cast the last Vicious Mockery, and I do it for max damage, and the DM kind of looks at me and it goes, how do you roast the dragon to death? And so me and everyone there went on like a 5-minute rant of me just roasting the dragon. So the dragon got so emotionally upset, it died.
Oh my god.
Tried so hard, she died. And it was just basically this thing where it's like your claws, whack. Your wings, whack. Your toes, whack. Your tongue, whack. The way that you transform into a human, whack. It was like this whole thing just kept building and building for like a solid minute and a half or 5 minutes. So again, yeah, she just cried and died, and
She just cried and died.
Can we get a hashtag?
Cried and
Sounds like
died. Hashtag cried and died.
Hashtag DnD cried and died. And then the second is when I b-balled up on Strahd.
Which is one of my favorite things that you've ever told me about. I think that is the funniest thing.
So for context for those watching, we were playing Curse of Strahd, and so we got invited to Strahd's house or Strahd's castle for like the dinner thing. I won't do any spoilers in case anybody's playing for the first time. And so when we got there, usually apparently it's supposed to be like a very fancy dinner and like very high stakes and tension. And my DM was like, "Hey, yo, you want to play basketball against him?" So he like straight up took us to a basketball court and was like, "Yo, you have to b-ball against Strahd if you want to live." So we did, and I fucking crossed that bitch so many times, broke his ankle. Strahd ain't got no hoop, he got no jump, he got no game. All him and his other vampire minions got no moves.
Hold on, my microphone.
Shit, now I'm
failed
split
first.
between two screens.
Oh, my microphone failed first.
R.I.P. to you.
Weird.
What do we do when we lose our...
Hold on. My microphone failed for a second.
But yeah, D'd up on him, beat him. It was fantastic. But then also, he then did pay me back by killing my character permanently.
Jesus Christ.
It's okay, I've returned chat. It's alright, don't freak out. my camera for a second was like, no, you're not gonna work now.
Mini mic strike.
Yeah, it was like, nah. You can't just be
Awesome.
on your spooky bitch. God damn it, Shady. Alright, Nemo, what's your favorite D&D moment?
So the one that actually came to mind was one of the times both actually were from me DMing. The first one that came up was actually one of the rooms that I brought the party into. It was a random encounter, and it happened to be like this room full of crystals, like quartz.
Mm-hmm.
And the party can choose to try to break off pieces of the quartz if they want. But if they do by like striking it, then there's a big flash, and it temporarily blinds the party.
Ah.
Smiley.
Ah.
Smiley went in with his Vidalcan and ended up failing his roll, and he ended up blinded. And the players were like, well, maybe we should go ahead and get ready to leave. And he's like, no, I want to get another one. And I was trying to figure out how to handle that because he was already blind, but he wanted to try to hit it anyway. And his response was, well, I can't be double blind, can I?
I can't be double blind.
And that stuck with the party for the rest of the time that I ran that. It's one of my favorite moments.
I can't be
he's
double
not wrong.
blind. I can't be double blind.
The other one is...
Kevin, find a way.
Yeah, the other one is I worked way too long on a... you ever like try to set up like a trap or like a puzzle or an encounter for your party, and you just spend like way too many hours trying to set it up and like make sure you've got everything covered and like make sure you've got, like, are they going to notice this thing? Are they going to notice this? I did this for like 4 hours to a door with a trapped lock. Put a body nearby to make sure, because I was with my mother, my dad, and my brother, and then my husband. And my husband is an experienced player. My dad hasn't played in like 20 years, and my mom and my brother were new players. And they found the body. They figured out that the door was locked, and I figured that they would try to find a way like into the second story window to this tower. Instead, they tried knocking. was kind of surprised, but okay.
People
And there
knock.
happened.
You knock on doors in D&D.
When civilized people play D&D.
This was my mom, and yeah, and she nobody answered, and so she decided to write on a piece of paper, because they were supposed to be there to talk to like the wizard in the tower, and she wrote down on a piece of paper that she was looking to apply to be an apprentice and slid it under the door.
Genius.
To which the gnome inside, who'd been instructed to not open the door for anyone, wrote on in Gnomish. Goodness, it's been so long. I don't remember what exactly he wrote, but it was essentially like, I can't open the door. And so he slid it back under. And she happened to be able to read it. And so she wrote back to him, and started communicating. And she made an underdoor pal and a friend with this gnome in the wizard tower.
Your mom straight up pen palled your trap.
Yeah, she straight up pen-palled my trap, and it was one of my favorite things. Yeah, so they ended up climbing through the window in the end, not going through the door. But she did make friends with the gnome downstairs, so they actually had someone inside who could vouch for them that they were looking for a job.
It's like a fantasy notebook movie, The Gnome Downstairs.
Gnome downstairs. I'm gonna make that a novel in my world for my girls now.
Yes, please.
The
They're
Gnome
gonna-
Downstairs.
Yeah, the gnome downstairs. They're gonna be like, what's the book that he's reading? I'll be like, the gnome downstairs. It's a romance novel, about two lovers, one of them being a gnome that lives downstairs.
Yeah, it was fabulous, and so yeah, that's two of my favorite moments. The gnome book. I just saw it.
The gnome book. The gnome book.
The Notebook.
Thank you, JD. The gnome book. All right, John. What is your favorite moment, or one of them in D&D?
The first one that comes to my mind is when I was a DM, and I had this whole story built around visiting these towers called dungeons. It was very inspired by the anime Magi. But so my party is going through each floor, their party is going through every floor, and this is one of my first times ever being a DM. It may have been my 5th time in this one-shot series. And so I went way too hard on this trap or on this puzzle to the point where I bought a laser pointer where you could see the laser. So you could see the beam. And I bought a chess set, a laser chess set, which had a bunch of mirrors that you could angle. And so I built a whole grid on I guess a gridded map with sharpied lines that said you can slide the mirrors up and down the lines or left and right across the lines, depending on where they were. So I mixed it up. I just put it down on the table, had the laser pointer at one end built into the map, and said, okay, go for it. And they were just like, what? What the hell is this? They click the laser, it bounces between all the mirrors. I was like, you got to get it to the crystal. And so watching everyone get up across from the table and start trying to move these mirrors and just giggling and laughing to themselves, what the fuck is this? What actually is this, John? It was just a cool moment.
I think that would be so cool if a DM was like, all right, here you go. You actually have to do this now. I would love that.
Well, I was getting compared to our DM Matt, who's really, really good. So I was like, all right, I got to come up with something to live up to that.
That standard.
Yeah.
I feel that. Pharaoh's going on very nicely, I think.
Laser puzzle. Try it out.
Laser puzzle. If you get nothing else from this mini painting stream of chaos, it's
you get laser puzzle.
Laser puzzle.
So, Ivy, what is your favorite D&D moment?
I think I can think of a couple. For DMing, I think it's. I love my girls. I love their reactions to things. So I love DMing for my girls on on Friday's games. I like their characters. I like giving my players all of their surprises. This is something in the world that you guys have recently discovered. To take one out of Kevin's book, my lovely dice cream. One of my girls this past game woke up having stress dreams from things that were happening in our game because she was so stressed out about something that she had discovered about her character, and I felt immensely proud of myself for being the one to cause that. Um,
Ivy loves the fact that she got a player that needs Xanax now.
it was just the fact of I woke up having like dreams about these theories like with my character, and I was like, that's so cool because I have put so much work into these like backstories and these tie-ins to this world for these girls, and so it was cool seeing that happen.
That's really neat.
I felt proud of myself because I was like, you plan a whole D&D world. Like, you do all your world building, you do all your NPC building. You're like, man, I really hope that whoever like is playing this, that they appreciate the characters or like the world, because sometimes players go in a complete opposite direction. So I think that was really cool. And then I don't know, as a player, there's been a couple things specifically like during our Beyond the Realms thing of just random shenanigans of the parties. Um, like
Well, we're professionals at shenanigans.
Wagons community was a meme. Like, you know, I
It was a meme.
it was a meme. Like we are.
I want everybody to know that.
Wagons community was a meme.
It was a meme.
It's just the jokes. I think one of my favorite things about like D&D as a whole is the community it builds and like the friendships that come out of it. So I think that is probably one of some of my favorite things. Is some of my best friends, some of the best people in my life have come out of D&D. um, but yeah, I would say it's just a DM world building, seeing it all come together and then make those connections and connect the dots is one of my favorite things in the world. Also, I'm putting feral on snow. Is that mean?
Is currently accurate. So
I mean, like, okay, but also like Nemo. Like she's on snow and grass, so it's a little bit of both, you know.
So if the mini hates you forever, you were accurate.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a huge mess, but I can't wait to try this for like shading. I found this like mesh material
Ooh.
that I'm just gonna dip in paint and then like rub on certain parts of the
Ooh.
armor. So it's kind of like the I can't wait to get to that part.
Very cool.
Hurry up, you stupid leather. I do love leather. Leather's so good. So much fun to paint leather.
I would say some of the people on TikTok and stuff who paint minis, like the stuff that they create is so cool. Like God.
Yeah, I've really honestly been inspired by a lot of the people I've seen on TikTok, and I mean TikTok, Instagram, really in the D&D community. Hell, like since I've really gotten into painting now, I'm actually like really inspired to learn, and I like to say that like it's the art medium that I found that I can like work with the ugly face the best.
Yep.
But like I can be patient and see it through, and that helps immensely. But also like I've fallen in love with it, and like I've actually, I'm trying to make a job out of it at the moment.
Yeah,
slowly
you are.
but surely.
Yeah, you are.
Super dope.
And
Yeah, I'm taking on the ridiculous task of trying to learn airbrushing here next week.
I can airbrush body paint for cosplay.
That's cool. I didn't even think about that.
Oh yeah, that's what I do. It's for when I did Shigo from Kim Possible. I woke up at 5 a.m. on a con day. Woke up at 5 and body painted. I airbrushed myself all like white and everything, and I went back in with other body paint like to even it out, and did that. It was a lot, but it's great for cosplay.
Yeah, airbrushes are amazing. My husband and I actually just got one this past, like a week or two ago, and he's started playing around with it and using it on his minis, and I am very nervous but excited to eventually learn how to use it, especially for things like shading.
Which one did you get?
I actually don't know. I will have to ask.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been looking at a bunch of them, and I'm like, because me and my roommate are gonna split it.
Somebody said in the chat, I remember cons in the before times. You are correct.
In the before
it
four
was
times.
in the before times. We'll get back to that at some point.
Yeah, if I don't Evolution Silverline, my husband says.
Evolution Silver. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's he's sitting in here too, listening to the stream and playing Magic. So
Quality.
he's able to hear us. But
Quality.
I'm afraid Cleric's been really quiet.
I know, right?
Oh, I'll be real. I've just been really concentrating at the moment. I've been getting into it.
Good.
Like, it's
See?
not pretty. It's not pretty, but I'm like been focusing up, and I've been like, I don't want to. So like, I'm focusing up. I'm not gonna interrupt anybody.
You're fine.
Do anything. But also, I mean, I could save some out of pocket. We can be out of pocket real quick.
If you want to, only if you want to.
I don't know if one
I just see Cleric being like, no, I'm just super focused right now because I actually started getting into it, like lifting up his mini, and it's like the Mona Lisa of minis.
I know, it's like
Cleric, have you just been like rickrolling us this whole time? Is this really your first time painting?
Yeah,
No,
right.
this is ugly. Be ugly. I just painted her like her green thing, the energy that's going through there. So I think this character is now, if I can make it
Oh,
clearer.
it looks so good.
So I think
Look
the character
at you.
this is Santa Claus's daughter.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's the first name?
Let's go. I think it would be I don't know. Fucking
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun,
no,
dun.
Sandra.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Sandra Claus.
Very nice.
You know, she's a paladin of Christmas. She's a nature cleric.
Ah,
she's a paladin of
quality.
Christmas.
I am going to put Feral aside for a little bit and let that base dry, and I'm going to paint this random little halfling.
You know, the nice part about painting something so large is that by the time I'm done with one area, everything else is dried.
Yeah. No, you're right.
So that's nice and not nice at the same time. There is no breaks. No breaks in this dojo.
You are correct.
Part 2, I'm gonna let this one dry and then maybe do some detail work, and then so now I can focus on eating chips and saying out of pocket things for your stream to kind of get you banned.
Nice. Does anybody else miss cons? Because I miss cons. Just saying.
I've only
I
ever been to
haven't-
one.
I haven't been to a con since I was like 13.
You guys need to go
I
to more
wanted to go to
cons.
one.
You guys need to go to more
And then-
cons.
You guys?
Not you. These two.
I was
say, John, I'm aware.
I went to them as a job.
I know you did. I'm just saying, you guys, as in the two who have not been to cons in a very long time.
Yeah, no, I went
Yeah,
to
y'all do.
SuperCon, and then actually my husband and I were talking, before pandemic about
The before times.
the before times about what ones we wanted to try to go to and when we were going to get things ready, especially after moving for his job, and we had just done that, and then everything hit.
Yep. I miss one of our lovely individuals in chat says they miss working at cons. I don't blame you. I miss cons. It's fine. We'll get there eventually. I will say, going back to like the whole like D&D community having come out of this, like there's so many people that are now into D&D, and I think that's beautiful. Like I know this pandemic has sucked extremely, but like at least there's people who've gotten into like a really cool hobby, or like DMing or that kind of stuff. It's very cool to see.
I think it's interesting.
Indubitably.
It's interesting for people. You see how people are resilient, and also like, hey, I need to dive into a hobby. How about one where I can create fantasy worlds with people I know?
At least, like it's a very good creative outlet. It's just cool. Yeah, see, the pandemic helped me
It's
start DMing.
endless.
That's so cool. Like
Mhm.
all of the cool DMs who have come out of this or learning, like me and Nemo have seen it firsthand with like the Discord, because Nemo is wonderful and helps me mod my Discord. Like we've seen so many good DMs come out of it, or good parties, or interesting things happen. It's been wild, and we appreciate it.
And watching and helping people learn. And I'm a little bit less of I'm not really in for the teaching just because that's not my thing as much, but watching and helping people learn, and especially for all the people who come in and be like, hey, I heard D&D was cool, or I've watched videos about it, what do I do?
Hey,
and then,
I've watched Critical Role. Like I'm interested in learning and understanding what they're actually doing.
yeah,
it's
and
cool.
we've been able to watch people from the Discord learn and grow, and
Got me
No,
into
I-
cosplay. Yes, it did, JD. Yes, it did. I do love your characters.
I've actually always wanted to try doing cosplay, but I'm like, I don't fit any characters, and I'm like, I don't want to. Like all
Don't do it.
my own characters that I would make are like lion people and snake people, and I don't want to fucking be a furry online. Furry online.
Oh,
You just wait.
There's a couple. There's a couple.
sorry, that
of-
was bad timing on my part.
There's a couple.
Just
of-
online?
okay.
Is there?
Oh.
What I do at home is none of your business.
No, really, it is not.
It is not.
I'm starting to feel maybe it should.
If you want to make cosplays but not wear them yourself, no, I think that's totally normal. As that is, I don't think that's bad at all. That's just you wanting to design cool costumes, and I think that's
Oh.
awesome.
Yeah.
And charge
Get a whole Etsy store.
charge what you should, because
Yeah,
your
don't
time,
get me started.
your
I'll show up at your
time,
house.
yeah, don't get John started. Your time and the money and the effort that you put into that is very much worth what you're charging. So make sure that you charge the correct thing if you do start doing that. Just
Yeah,
playing
or
around with that right now.
people, or you'll have these lovely people call you out for it.
Yeah.
Like I have experience with. Which, speaking
Hello.
of John, I've told Ivy this, but I haven't got a chance to tell you yet. The look that you gave me the other night in PvP, when I said how much I was making an hour now, or charging an hour now, compared to what I started with, every time I've gone over prices since, that look from you popped into my head, and I'm like, I can't understand myself with that look stuck in my head.
Oh.
Well, thank you. for that.
So I appreciate you, and
gotta learn to value your time.
Yeah.
Yes, that is something I've learned, especially recently with, like I started a shop back in September, and I didn't originally expect it to go anywhere, and it's still little. It's still really little, but it I started out, and I'm not gonna say how much I originally charged myself. I charged myself
you don't have
under
to.
minimum wage.
Under minimum wage
Originally.
is accurate.
And for hourly, and I was charging very little, and then I started looking at other people's stuff, and everyone around me was telling me that I needed to charge more because people would pay that for what it's worth and for what my art is worth. And that has been a very hard pill to swallow, but it is really important. And somebody, a friend who told me recently, our lovely Din, actually told me straight up that if I didn't start charging what I was worth, I wouldn't be able to make this, a business like I want it to, because I'll be losing money. And underselling yourself will do that as well.
It's
So
very
whether-
true.
So whether it's a side gig or whether it's your full thing, like, don't undersell yourself.
An amazing takeaway that I've had from working with in the industry that I work with now is that if you charge more, you'll get less work. Yes, but you'll get enough. Like if you're getting 30 commissions a month when you're charging like $5 to $10 an hour when it comes out to that, that's a lot of commissions. But like you're going to be killing yourself to do all that. If you triple, quadruple the hourly rate for what it is actually worth, you might get 4 commissions, but you'll be making the same amount of money, and you won't be like strangling yourself in how much work you have to do.
So, to our chat.
Well, mental health is important.
Mental health
Yes.
is important. Ooh.
I've learned, because burnout is real.
Never thought I'd be an advocate for that.
It's so funny to me. Just I don't know, the amount of mental health combined with D&D. It's an interesting thing.
I think it's a good. Oh, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say also to our lovely chat. Yes, please remember that when you start doing your custom dice trays, please keep that in mind, because that's hard work. Also, to the chat saying mental what and mental who, you know exactly what we're talking about.
My name is what?
My name is
Oh no.
Mental who?
uh,
Yeah, I let my character stress so I don't have to.
I let my characters process my own internalized trauma, so I don't have to go to therapy.
Wow, Fiend's such an interesting character. Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. I'm just saying.
He's totally a character and not just a representation of myself.
Did you just at everybody in our chat as well as everyone here?
I feel that.
God damn, John. Thanks. We just watch our viewers just drop. Everybody's like, I'm out.
Everyone leaves. It's like, hey, actually, I think I'm gonna drop out. Real quick.
So I gotta go.
You bastards.
Chitty has said, LOL, of course mental health comes up in D&D. We traumatize ourselves on purpose. Alright, look.
We ask for it. Farrell asks for it.
You right. JD also is...
Bet me.
Okay,
Bet me.
look, that was hilarious.
I'll kill everybody in this place. When did Farrell get so feral?
When she had a fight with Tarek and needed to, kind of like how Fiend is going to take it out during wrestling.
Fair enough. But that's
Gotta
one
express-
person
Okay.
in a sanctioned match. Not seedy underground gambling place. With
It's cool. What are you talking
mean
about? Pharaoh's gonna take Fiend there, and they're gonna go gambling. They'll be fine.
everybody has messaged me privately and been like, "I'm taking Fiend there."
I'm just saying, but
I'm like, okay, I want to go there.
I'm just saying, mental
Progress shot.
health and D&D go hand in hand. I would just like
Oh,
that
it's
noted.
looking good.
Thank you.
Ooh, look at that. I love it. Mental health is a good creative outlet to focus on something other than your mental health.
Mental health is a good creative outlet to focus on something other than mental health.
No, D&D, sorry. I was focused
Oh,
on
okay.
painting this pathway. I'm
I was about to say, I don't
look
know.
how
Do you
itty-bitty
work-
he is. Look at this. Look how small. He's so small.
Oh boy.
When you
God, he's
just
so
hold it on the tip of your finger.
He's so...
That's how, yeah.
He do be small. He cute.
He do be small, he do
Look
be
at this.
small,
Look at
yeah.
this. He got a little dagger though.
I love holding small minis like
He's
that.
so small.
I'm gonna try to make like a brass buckle.
Ooh.
I think that's what I'm gonna try doing.
Ooh.
I think my favorite tiny minis so
Shit.
far that I've come across were the intellect devourers that I did.
Oh, those ones are so cool.
That I made earrings out of, and I still feel kind of bad because I had to drill through those.
I know. It's fine.
I feel so bad for them because, I went through a drawer that I had full of minis I was gonna paint, and I was like, which one of you creatures can I put a drill through the back of? Because I want
to make
earrings.
into earrings.
Yup.
Roofy, Doug.
I
And that's
hate
how I got my
it. Cleric, I hate it. Stop.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
I'm not a fan.
Roofy. I say yikey wikey.
Stop.
Less of a fan. I think my favorite piece I've ever done is a purple worm, except I made it a pale worm.
Ooh.
Ooh.
It was for one of my buddies' D&Ds.
I hope it wasn't a pale invitation.
I immediately had to look up. I was like, John's gonna look. I know it. I do that on stream all the time. Like, I'll be like, somebody's gonna look.
Everybody that plays with me on stream knows when I'm looking at them. There's
Can't
5 people on
can't
stream,
confirm.
but when I look at the camera, they know who I'm looking at.
Can't confirm. Do know. That's why, like, at certain moments, Kevin can't look at us either because he knows that we know. Like,
When you know, they know.
yeah, when you know, they know. It's pretty funny. But
Let's see if this works. This is either gonna be fucking failure or... Oh, it worked!
ooh.
I am painting individual skulls at the moment, and
I'm gonna need to put this halfling down for a second. It's so small.
So small.
So
Another pro tip for painting. People, lovely people.
Don't sniff it.
Don't sniff it. Glue your miniature
to
to something.
Yes.
Hot glue it to the top of a paint you're not going to use or whatever, so you can hold the paint and you can paint everything about it, rather than trying to move your fingers out of the way or just paint your fingers, which I've done. Just screw it, painting the
Call
fingers.
me out here. Or for smaller minis, if you're not careful, you'll rub paint off of
Yep.
corners while you're working. I actually had my tiefling sorcerer that I showed
Mhm.
to you lovely people earlier. Her horns were repeatedly missing spots. It happens.
It happens.
Yeah.
Things with pointy ears are especially difficult.
I think Farrell's done for now. I think.
Ooh.
I think like I think she's done.
That's good.
I like her. I love her very much.
She's very
Alright.
cute.
What do we think about this buckle color?
Ooh.
Yes.
I like that.
I think I'm gonna put a little bit of that on the grenade as well.
You really haven't buckled under the pressure, have you?
Cleric, how's yours looking?
It's pretty good. I just painted the base, like the bottom base of it, so now she's standing in some snow.
Ooh.
I am gonna read, like, I'm gonna quickly go over some of the details of it and maybe really paint up her, like the fucking, what is it, the handle of her hammer,
Mhm.
and the belt and some of her hair and the helmet, and I think I should be good.
She's looking great.
Yeah, I'm riding with Miss Sandra Claus.
What do you think about? We'll stream for like 10 more minutes, then call it good, whether we're done or not. Since we are at 2 hours and 18 minutes, or almost 20 minutes.
Works for me.
Perfect. So if
I'm glad
we're-
everyone stuck around for 2 hours for me. I really appreciate it.
it's all about you, Cleric. Good job. So proud.
On your 16. Oh, nope.
No, you're good. You good. You good. Also, that was such a good reference. That was a good reference. Good job. That was
Got
actually-
real. Let's see.
That was pretty funny, actually. I wasn't expecting that one.
Listen, you gotta bust out the SpongeBob every once in a while.
You're right. I love my little Feral. She's so small, so cute, so full of rage at the moment. It's fine.
Here's an out-of-pocket question,
Bet.
but
Let's go.
D&D related.
Bet. Let's
If
go.
you get eaten by one D&D monster, what would it be?
If you had to get eaten by,
Yeah, you have to get like eaten or like you have to get like killed by like a D&D monster. How do you want to go out?
ooh, if I'm going, how do I want to go out via D&D monster? Character-wise or like just IV-wise?
Yeah, personal wise.
Personal-wise?
See, for me, it's between a dragon turtle and there's three actually: dragon turtle, a dryad, or a young tea.
I
have a
knew
brain.
I knew one of those. I knew one of those for sure. If I had to go out by any D&D monster, that's a good question.
I don't think mine's going to surprise anyone who knows me
Go ahead, Nemo.
at all. So mimics.
So mimics.
So about those mimics.
So about those mimics. Those mimics though.
Yeah, whether it's a chest mimic or whether it's a dune mimic, which honestly, if I get eaten by one of those, I don't think I'm dying quickly. Yeah, mimics. I love them.
Fair. Mimics is a fair one. I'd probably say a dragon of some sort, just like because I can, you know.
Yeah.
Like if I'm gonna go out, it's gonna be by something like ridiculous. I don't know. A regular chest full of gold, but each coin is a mimic. That idea has actually been something I've looked at for campaigns. So
Potion mimics.
Cool.
It's come up a couple times in our D&D server,
mhm.
and every time it comes up, I get to watch more poor people be absolutely horrified.
Yep.
The idea of you drink the potion, and it's actually full of baby mimics
Mhm.
that use the body as an incubator,
Yep.
and then they break out and become more potion mimics.
Yep.
Do
Those
not like
things are terrifying. The artwork for that is honest to God terrifying. Like
It is
it's
terrifying.
horrifying.
I love it so much.
Also, Von Edgeler would like to know if the Raven Queen counts.
See, that's like a god or goddess. So I'm gonna say I think my gut instinct can say no, but also I understand.
I was like,
And-
but also like yes, but no. Like,
Yeah.
if I could choose like anything, then yeah, Raven Queen. Like, bet.
Yeah, if I'm choosing anything, it's gonna be.
You right? Don't you dare! I will kick you so fast.
But, y'all see Resident Evil?
Yeah. Yeah. All right, John. How about you? If you had to go out as John to one D&D monster, what you going out to?
Ah, shit. I just hope I would hide away into the night and avoid this question because
That's funny.
I don't know. I've never thought about dying. I guess I'm
That's
just
fair.
too good.
Not relate.
But I don't know. To a D&D. If I were to die to a D&D creature, owlbear.
Ooh.
I am a stickler for the classics. I want my organs and entrails just ripped out by an owlbear as it whoos at
Who
me.
growl? Who growl? Who growl?
um,
Why are you doing this? Who? You!
Moss has asked if vampires count.
Vampires 100% count. Basic, but they count.
And Von Edgeworth has said Death Knight.
Ooh, Death Knight, that's a solid choice. You know, betrayed paladins coming down you. Probably like either you've done something to break their oath or like,
Yeah,
you know,
I think that's a solid. Those are
What?
solid choices.
that's pretty good. Pretty,
Yeah,
um,
solid choices.
I can't tell if this is bone or not.
Nice.
One of the big downsides
I'm a
to
bone
a lot
lord
of these,
now.
yeah,
That's exactly the tone I was thinking of, John.
a lot of the I guess I got kind of spoiled by some of the harder plastic like molded minis because some of like the D&D minis that I've come across, some of their stuff isn't always clear, and some of theirs sometimes they look a little mushy. So I'm looking at this piece going, are you bone? Are you muscle? I honestly can't tell. I painted it as bone, so that's what I'm sticking with.
We're doing good, Saf. We're gonna end probably in like 5 minutes, so we're good. We're talking
Probably
about
so.
if we had to go out by any D&D monster, who would we go out by? So it's an interesting conversation. Okay, since we're about okay, bet Diana and leave a beautiful corpse.
Also, I realized I haven't shown progress
I was
yet.
gonna say, since we're getting to the
So.
end of stream for this evening, let's see some progress.
Yeah, so this is what...
How are you feeling about it, Nemo?
ooh.
Honestly, the muscle isn't quite as bright as I would like it.
Oh
but
wow,
I
that's
think
really
I got
nice.
some of the... I did a couple layers of dry brushing and mixing stuff in there, so
I
not
love
bad.
it. I think it's beautiful.
Thank
How you doing, Cleric?
We Sandra Claus is pretty much I think finished up for
I like
all.
it.
Yeah.
She got her green. She got her thing. she's
How do
getting her
you feel about having painted your first mini?
first one, like it's fully done. It feels pretty good. I don't know if I'll ever play this character, or this character will ever come back up.
That's fair.
But
No, that's fine.
I feel solid. Like if I ever were to play her, she can come out and just be like, boom, right on the deck. Or if I needed NPC, boom, there she is.
She'd be a cool NPC.
Yeah.
How you feeling, John?
Ah,
Pretty good.
How
I
many-
just started getting
Oh,
into some panel lining.
God, that's so cool. Look at you with the details.
I totally didn't just stick my finger right into my paint.
No, not at all. I would never. I was saying I've got cute little feral, and I've started off a little halfling. So, but yeah, feral with her flame blades, which is awesome. So thank you to Obsidian Olive for getting me feral for Christmas. But okay, Cleric. All right, I'll at you first. Where can we find you?
Hi. So you can find me on TikTok and Twitter at cleric_34, and a new Instagram that I made, cleric_34 with a 0, because cleric34 was stolen from me. So I do feel some type of way about that.
All right, Nemo. Where can we find you? And please plug your shop. Otherwise, I will.
So you can find me on TikTok, Instagram. Hopefully I'll be more active on TikTok this next upcoming weekend on now that I'm going to be rebooting my shop.
Ooh.
And Twitch here as well, under Mimicking Nemo. And then my shop, since so that Ivy doesn't out me anymore. Right now it's Nemo's Magnets and Minis on Etsy, and I do I paint minis, I make minis into earrings, and I have turned dice into earrings, necklaces, and that kind of thing.
They're very
And then tomorrow or Monday, hopefully, the shop name will be updated and coming forward as Tiny Mimic Adventures. So
Which is
that's
precious.
where we're at. And I will be hopefully opening up for commissions this next week for, player minis and monsters of all different sizes, that kind of thing. So
Very cool.
I'll have more info on that soon.
Very cool. All right, John.
I am on TikTok as @between2johns. I haven't posted in a while, but I am going to be getting back into it. I have been working on a top secret super project that is going to be launching on my birthday, June 2nd of 2021. Spoiler, it's a webcomic.
It's so cool. It's so good. Oh, God.
So that's where all of my extra time has been going into. Sorry for everybody who follows me on TikTok, but I will tell you the name of it later as we get closer to that date. And I will also be opening up a Gundam painting store on Etsy here shortly as well.
Ooh.
Once I get my airbrush down, because I enjoy doing Gunpla and I like making cool shit. So all that will be posted on my TikTok. So go follow me on TikTok, Between Two Johns.
Yes.
It's very cool. Can confirm. You have Fiend content on there now too.
I got one Fiend video.
Yeah, but it's worth it. No, I'm Ivy. I'm Gamer the Girl. I'm here. I'm on Dice Creams. I'm on Lark Network. You can see me on Friday, this coming Friday, DMing the girls' game, which is the Rectification, which is awesome. The girls are starting out immediately in Initiative, so if you want to come watch the girls immediately go straight into combat with a individual who immediately casts Fireball at one of their heads, you can do that.
You're dead. That's great.
Yeah, it's fine. We're gonna roll new characters. No, I'm joking. We're not gonna do that. I worked too hard on this world for that already. But no. So we'll be back on this channel next Friday, and then I will close this out. We're gonna go raid the Dorktail, which looks like they're playing Curse of Strahd. So we're gonna go raid them. We're gonna go. We're gonna go raid Dorktails because they seem great. All right, perfect. I'm going to transition us out then. Night, guys.
Peace.